Hi and welcome along to the Don Robbie channel. We are here for the big game this afternoon where Newcastle, Moneybags United, are taking on Tottenham, the Paupers, Hotspur. No disrespect to Fuad, yeah, you know what, Fuad, no disrespect. We're paupers as well. Everybody's paupers
right now
in comparison to Newcastle. Introducing for the first time on the channel, but a very good friend of mine. We've done many things before in the past for AFTV, the Magpie channel. We've done little link-ups over the years, but he's in the studio for the first time. We've got Matty from the Magpie channel, big Newcastle fan.
Yes,
great to have you here.
Yes, many years of hate should now be coming to an end, Robbie, as the Saudi Mags are here. Yeah, I don't know how it feels being in a league with a bunch of tramps like Jimmy. No one's got any money but us.
Don't kill me. They're turning their nose down at everyone.
Take it easy on you, you know. Bruce is still there today, bit of a downer, but just the 320 billion coming our way soon. So, mate, I've been walking around like Vince McMahon and Conor McGregor for the past 2 weeks. So,
and there's us thinking they won't be cocky, they'll be all humble with it, but that's gone out the window immediately. And also back again, we've been on the channel many times. We love having him on. Fortunately, he's a Tottenham fan, but you know what I mean? No, but representing Tottenham, we've got Fuad. Hey. So Fuad, welcome back.
Appreciate you having me on.
Big game today, Matty. I've got to start with you, man. I mean, the money that's coming to Newcastle. Like you said, the owner's now worth 320 billion.
Mate, it's crazy.
More than all the other owners of the Premier League put together.
Nuts.
It's ridiculous. And to go from Mike Ashley, who's been in charge for 14 years, has barely spent a penny. Well, I wouldn't say barely spent a penny, but he's neglected the spending over the years. To now have owners coming in that are saying that, listen, in the next 5 to 10 years, our aim is to win the league. And they've got the funds to do it. It must be exciting times.
It's unbelievable, Robbie. It really is. Like, all banter aside, we went from being the skintiest club in the world to the richest club in the world overnight. Do you know what I mean? We went from, you see Mike Ashley, one of the tightest owners in the land, average spend of like £9 million a year, always selling with best players and never replacing them, always just wanting to finish 17th, no ambition to have a cup run, and now to have him out the door. We would have been happy with anyone. We would have took absolutely anybody else as an owner, but we've actually got the richest owners in the world taking over. It still feels like a dream. It still doesn't feel real.
And the crazy thing about it is that they were taking over originally about a year and a half ago. Cause I remember you rung me and told me, yeah, Mbappe incoming and stuff like that. I remember you was giving it to me, right?
I'm not sure on the back of my shirt, by the way.
But it looked like it all fallen apart. And then just out of the blue the other day, all back on again.
It was completely dead in the water. Mike Ashley was taking the Premier League to court. That wasn't scheduled until January. And then out of nowhere, they resolved the piracy issues with Qatar, with BN Sports. And then 24, 40 hours later, it's done. That's the way you want a takeover to happen, though, because the build-up and everything from last summer and the letdowns and all these red flags and everything happening and stopping the takeover was horrendous to go through. But for now, just to wake up and it was on the verge of being done, then Thursday afternoon it was done. You've seen the scenes at St James's Park, how much it meant to the fans.
Unbelievable, wasn't it?
It's unreal. It's just an amazing time now to be a Newcastle fan, because we've been in the dark and just completely irrelevant, let's be honest, for the past 15 years. And to Mike Ashley, when I was growing up, early teens, it was Sir Bobby Robson, it was Champions League days, it was Alan Shearer still there. I mean, there's fans out there who are 15, 16 years old that have only known relegation battles. You know what I mean? 2 relegations under Mike Ashley. There was none for like 40 years before that. So it's been a big turnaround, and we're excited again back in Newcastle.
Brilliant. DNYG says this was all part of Mike Ashley's master plan.
Get as much money as he can.
And Angus Court 123 with another super chat. He says, Robbie, what's your thoughts on Mo Salah at the moment? Best in the world? I think he is. We'll probably touch on that later on. Just before I get to you, Fuad, let's get into the teams. We'll start with Newcastle first. Wilson is back up front.
Big news.
But starting from the back, Darlow in goal, Richie Clark, Lascelles back as well, and Manquillo. A midfield of Hayden as the holding midfielder, and then Joe Linton, Longstaff, Willett, St Maximan, and Wilson up front. So that's quite a strong Newcastle team, isn't it? Wouldn't you say?
Definitely, it's the best team we've seen out in a couple of weeks, because Wilson's been out for about a month. Shelby's back today, although he must be on the bench.
Yeah, Shelby's on, I'll give you the bench. Gillespie, Jamal Lewis, Hendrick, Dwight Gale, Federico Fernandez, Jacob Murphy, Fabian Schär, John Joe Shelby and Ryan Fraser.
So Fraser on the bench there as well, Shelby's a couple of impact players maybe, but Wilson's the big one.
Everybody's back now, isn't it? They've heard about the money coming in. They're like, yo, I still want to be here, you know?
That's why Harry Kane's going to score today, because he's auditioning for Newcastle next summer.
Oh, listen. I said it midweek. What better way to break Shearer's record than in his own back garden?
Exactly.
And do you know what? For you, my friend, special price, 200 million. Just for you. Special
Pennies,
price.
bro. Pennies.
Let's pennies. Let's get into the Tottenham team. It's a very strong team. Lloris in goal, Reguilon, Dyer, Romero, and Emerson Royale. In the midfield of Skip and Højbjerg. In front of them, Son, Ndombele, and Mora, with Harry Kane up front. That's about as strong as it gets for.
That is our strongest line, and I think we've slowly, as the season's gone on, players have been coming back fit. Mora, Ndombele coming back in, Romero, Emerson now starting regularly. So with us having obviously stopped the little mini rut we was on with the Villa win, international break, I'm hoping now this is kind of an opportunity to get some consistency going. Newcastle might have got the money yet, but they haven't got the squad yet. And a lot of these players who you said, Willock, Lascelles, Wilson, they're all coming back of injury. Get at them 100% from the goal, because we need to almost give Newcastle the reality check of you're still in a relegation battle, you're still winless this season. You can have all the money in your account, but you can't spend that until January. This is the Premier League now. We need to take them to school today, in all honesty, regardless of the atmosphere.
Just giving you the bench: Gil, Sanchez, Galini, Tanganga, Ben Davis, Lo Celso, Winks, Dele Alli and Steven Bergwijn. So a very, very strong Tottenham squad. Although you say that though, Fuad, right? That place is going to be jumping St James Park today, isn't it? You know what I mean? All those fans, you forget the money for a minute. Mike Ashley's gone.
Yeah.
So they're all buzzing because of that, right? And then the money on top of that. Plus as well, I feel that the players, it's going to give the players a lift as well, because
100%.
the players are going to think to themselves, right, I'm now playing to be, because the money ain't going to, they can't replace all of us all at once. Some of us are going to be around for these great times with great players coming in. I want to be part of that.
Yeah.
Don't you think they might be thinking that?
They've got to be thinking that. I mean, there's some of these players that are going to be on the dole queue in January if they don't perform. You know, Newcastle's been that dead for so long. You've had your guaranteed players in the starting lineup. That's not happening now, because as soon as January comes, if you're not grafting, if you're not performing on the pitch, if you're not getting assists, goals, etc., you're out the door, because that's how cutthroat it's got to be now. If we want to get to the top as quick as possible, that's the way it's got to be. Genius by the likes of St Maximin to stay at Newcastle. He was too good for us, but he must have knew that it was coming. He must have knew it was coming. There's only going to be certain man like St Maximin, big brain, thinking I'm going to stay here for the long term, because it will be an exciting time.
It will be. We've got a poll, by the way. The poll is, how long before Newcastle win the Premier League? 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years? You can vote in that poll right now on YouTube. How long before Newcastle will win the Premier League? I can tell you that 7% say 2 years, 46% are saying 5 years, and 47% saying 5 years, 46% saying 10 years. All right, they're showing Sir John Hall there. He looks happy as well. They're all buzzing. They're reeling them all out right now. Yeah. That Newcastle, that place is going to be buzzing today. It's going to be an atmosphere. And let me just remind you, Fuad, they did beat you without the money.
Yeah.
I mean, last year they beat you without the money, didn't they?
They did. But
was that Willock, wasn't it?
Last minute winner, Joe Willock.
Yeah.
1-1 draw.
No, it's 3-2. I'd say in
What did you forget? The money wasn't even there.
It was 1-1 at your place where Wilson scored the
jammy
penalty in the last minute.
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
And remember, it's...
I could have sworn it was a 2-2.
Steve Bruce's 1,000th game as well, isn't it?
I have no idea how he's got to 1,000 games as a manager.
That was the
Would
other...
you have sacked him?
Oh, a long time ago.
See?
No. I know a long time ago, but now that, the money's come in and all that, the owners, which made me laugh, they said, listen, we're going to be patient. So he's got the next game. That's real patience, isn't it? One game. But this is 1,000th game. I think, they were showing his win rate there.
Yeah.
I think his win rate's it's terrible.
He's the statistically worst manager in Premier League history. It's like 28%. 1,000 games as a manager. This bloke shouldn't have had 1,000 shifts at KFC. He's useless, man. He's absolutely useless. Like, I would have much rather had a caretaker manager in today. I would have had absolutely anybody.
You wouldn't even have made him have his 1,000th game.
Nah, Robbie, because if we
Come
go...
on, have a heart, man.
If we go 1-0 down, right, the crowd's going to, hopefully, but if we go 1-0, 2-0 down early, the crowd's going to turn and start shouting, "We want Brucey out," which we've been shouting for about a year.
And there you go.
This
That's
is
what
why
gives me hope.
it's the old cliche, right? But the first goal in this game is massive. Because if we go 1-0 up, everyone's buzzing, everyone's on the takeover. We go 1-0, 2-0 down, everyone's like, "Oh, Bruce is in the dugout, let's bring Bruce."
And that's it. The money's come now, they've become heartless.
No, but
they don't even want to give him out one more game or 1,000th game. No?
No, not a chance, mate. Not a chance. It's just killing the vibe the day.
They got ruthless already.
You have to be when you got the big bucks. And the thing is I said we have to bring them down to reality, that's the reality I'm talking about. The fact that Steve Bruce is still there, still part of the Mike Ashley disease is still there. We need to pick on that and make sure we highlight how incompetent this guy is. I'm sorry. Steve Bruce, for me, is not a good manager. And I think he's been kind of coasting along at Newcastle. I just feel like Ashley's been happy. It's almost like the Ole Gunnar situation at United, where as long as you're achieving targets, we're okay. Yeah. We don't want you to push above and beyond or anything like that. So
let's be honest, he's gone. I think the owners are
I'm
just
happy he's here today.
I think the owners are just saying, listen, we've come in, let's just do the right thing by him. Let him get his 1,000th game, couple others. They're probably already searching around for his successor. I mean, they've mentioned a few names. Lampard. Would you be happy with Lampard?
Not really. Not really.
Who would you like?
Gerrard.
See, I want to reach for the stars and say Conte, but it's too soon, innit? I don't think Conte is going to. You're laughing. It's Conte. I don't think Conte is going to come.
Man, but what?
The money talks.
I just don't.
Money talks, and the project's there. But I think we need someone to get rid of that top four and then probably get a Conte. Brendan Rodgers would have been a great shout, but he's ruled himself out of it. We've got Lampard there. We've got Gerrard.
Hold on, wait a minute. Before you start talking about top four, you're in the bottom three right now.
Not after that day, Robbie, right? Huh? Ask us again in an hour and a half. We're 17th in an hour and a half. If we win the day, we'll go 17th, right?
And that's the thing, though. For me, I think the interesting thing will be how long it takes you lot to actually become a competitive top side. Forget even winning the league. I think if you look at City's takeover, there have been so many takeovers, even Wolves with their Chinese billionaires.
This is different, man.
I know it's different. But you.
You can compare it
with
the City one.
Are you not fearful, though, from an aspect of people knowing how rich Newcastle are now? Premium for every player.
I think they care.
And you say they don't care, but then if it doesn't work out, you spend all that money.
Listen, this is what those clubs that have got excess amount of money do. They buy a player, like Chelsea. I was saying it yesterday. We did a stream yesterday. We had Lewis and that on. I said, this is what you guys are able to do, and what Newcastle will be able to do now, and what City are able to do. Last season, they bought Timo Werner. Ain't worked out. They've just gone and bought Lukaku. If we did that at Arsenal, if you did that at Tottenham, that's got to work.
Finished.
We'll be like, for years, we'll be beaten. It's like Joe Linton.
Yeah, you beat us to
the
it.
big signing at Newcastle. It hasn't worked out, obviously hasn't worked out, but they've got to keep rinsing it and they've got to squeeze, they've got to. But now, they'll have the ability to just say, yeah, Joe Linton, he ain't saying nothing.
See you later.
Park him up, even if he don't want to leave, just put him on the bench. Let's go and get Haaland.
But what I mean
or let's go and get, so that's what that unlimited amount of money.
I get
that's
that.
What it gives you the ability
it allows
to
you
do.
To do the mistakes. I get that.
They don't
that.
care about
me, you have to be smart in your recruitment as well, because you don't want to be wasting time. And I feel like if they really want to, within 5 years, it's got to be smart. You look at City. City have never spent over 60 odd million for a player. 65 million, is it?
Yeah, but it's not even. Yeah, but the wages they
have
can
the money
pay as well. That's the other thing. The
off.
wages they can pay. They can pay huge amount of wages. You know. So I don't know, man. To me, I feel it's gonna. I feel
within 5 years, then.
Yes.
You think Premier League will be at Newcastle?
I think they can win the Premier League within 5 years.
Because you reckon City and Chelsea will just sit aside?
I've got technical, Dave. Skeg's good. Skeg's good.
I mean, I hope you're right, Robbie. 5 years' time, I'd 5 years' time, I'd take a bloody FA Cup, a League Cup, anything. Do you know what I mean? I'd take anything within 5 years.
Over the next 5 years,
it's been 50 years.
Get the cups, get the things like that. Yeah, that's what it should be, kind of building your profile, and maybe 5 year onwards. Now we're actually established. Conte, all of these. I think though, if you end up just going out and blowing money the first 2 years, I think as much money as you have, you could end up looking silly, and then it becomes like a running joke of you're just a rich man who don't know how to
Playing
spend
around.
his money type of thing.
Listen, what I see is I look at the clubs around the world that have got their big injection of cash. Look at PSG. I mean, listen, the only thing I'd say is the Premier League's obviously a lot more competitive.
100%.
You've got teams in there, big spending, even mid-table teams are spending big money and can attract players, right? But I feel that these Saudi owners, these guys, it's not just football. That you look at the things they invest in. This is not their first foray into investing in things. They don't back losers. They back winners.
The mere
right?
winners.
And they will want to remember the Saudis and the Qataris. They don't really get along too great. They kind of have this bit of rivalry between them. So they're going to want to come in and do better than Man City.
Yeah.
They will bring in, first step, I feel, they will bring in a top manager. That will be, I think they might bring in a manager first and foremost, maybe to sort of steady it up.
Director of football.
But then
as well.
after that, they're going to bring in a proper manager, right? Then after that, that's when you start seeing the players come in. At first, there'll be a couple of big names, and a couple of, and I think they'll bring in a couple of established names that some of those guys that are, top players have been around the block a bit, to start moving them up, and then they're just going to start going big, and they'll have the money to do it.
Man City have shown
Who
it.
were Man City
No,
before the money comes?
exactly.
Come on, who were they?
But the thing
Who were
is,
Chelsea?
No, but
Yep.
Chelsea were just
Who
a
were
cup
Chelsea?
team. Let's be honest.
We're
They
a
were
bigger
a
club
cup
than
team.
both of
No,
those.
and
Now
I'm
look
not
at them.
saying they
Now
can't
look at
become
them. Look at
that
the
big
players
side.
that they attract. Look at the players that, they can attract away from the established teams of like Man United, Arsenal, all these teams. But that they can attract.
At the time of Chelsea's takeover, though, takeovers were a new thing. So I think becoming that super club, and also the competition in the Premier League was only United and Arsenal. I think when City came in, City took maybe 4 years, I would say, to finally, once
But
they got Mancini
after a couple
in,
of years, they were winning things, innit?
yeah, after a couple of years, yeah, 100%,
And now
but
look
that's
at
what I'm saying.
Now look how many things they win. There was one season they won
regular.
every domestic trophy a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah, but
They've
but
won
the stakes become higher. Now they're always measured on every season now. City are measured on, do they win the Champions League? It's the same for the PSG. They're being blasted for
he's going
spending
to rather
$1
that
billion.
than be measured on staying in the Premier League.
I get that.
You know what I mean?
It's a much better situation.
I think it's a game changer. I think,
Definitely.
I think a lot of fans like you and me and that, we're hoping all these things.
Yeah,
that we're saying.
it is
But
wishful
to me,
thinking. It is.
I feel the money is huge game changer. I've said it a million times before on this show. Look around Europe. Who wins all the leagues? The teams that spend the most money. In France, PSG, Scotland, Celtic Rangers, Germany, Bayern, Italy, Inter Milan, Juventus, in Spain, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico. They're all the biggest spenders in Portugal, Benfica, Porto. I know Sporting have won it last year, but that was a rarity.
Usually if you spend
It's
the most.
the big spenders. In Russia, it's Zenit and all these teams. The big spenders win it.
What type of players do you think you'd want to attract in the first couple of windows? Because even with City,
give
once
us a
they
couple
got
names.
Tevez,
The first
Give
couple of
us a
windows.
couple names for you in January.
The first couple of windows, we should be looking at getting players that can't get into like top 4 sides. So I'd be going for the likes of Lingard, like Van der Beek.
Martial.
I'd be going
Van der
maybe
Beek, yeah, that's a good
Calvert-Lewin at Everton. These types of players, because I would want Premier League players as well. You want players that are ready. You don't want to go for some youngster abroad who's rated highly and got potential. We need the here and now. We get Calvert-Lewin with guaranteed goals, aren't we? You get Lingard, you guaranteed pace, skill. You know, these type of players.
Dele Alli.
Top defender.
Dele Alli.
Get so 2016.
I'm trying to sell
I told you already, these are good businessmen. You know what I mean? They don't want to waste up their money.
We'll take Son, mate. We'll take Son.
Listen, Kane, 200 mil. I said, come get him.
No,
Bukayo
that's,
Saka.
that's a great shout. Some of those players you just mentioned there, Lingard, coming to the end of his deal, they'll be able to say to me, yeah, come along, new project, big wages, you'll be the main man. That would be a great signing. Van der Beek,
Great.
that's a great shout. That could be, even on a loan, they could say, all right, we'll pay all these wages from now till the end of the season.
Yep.
That would be 2 quality players. And remember, they've already got a few good players in that team, some decent players in that team, like Wilson, like, St. Maximin, Lascelles,
Willock.
Willock, they start adding a few players like that, push them up. But first and foremost, Matty, you've got to get out. Remember, you're in the bottom 3 at the moment.
Oh, we've got to be real with it. We've got to be real with it.
I mean, somebody said to me the other day, how funny would it be right? I think he's a Sunderland fan, right?
Well, we'll not talk about it.
He said, how funny would it be if they had all that money and they got relegated?
Well, we'll not talk about Sunderland because that's a Premier League trophy, not a League One trophy. So we've got no time on this show.
I feel sorry for Sunderland fans, man.
Mate, I'll be honest with you. I want Sunderland back in the Premier League. It was funny when they got relegated. It was even funnier when they got relegated again. But it's been like 4, 5, 6 years now. Yeah. Derby days are what it's all about, and it's it's the first game you look for when the fixtures are released. I want Sunderland back in, especially now we're going to be rich. We'll just spank them 7-8-0 every week, so it'll be sound. But I want.
I'll tell you what. If you want them back in the Premier League, why don't you lend them some money then?
I mean,
lend them some.
Loan them some of your husbands that you've got now.
Look at the atmosphere there. Look at the atmosphere there.
Flags high.
Big up war flags. War flags. You know this is war
flags. You
flags.
Flags that first game against City. Remember?
Flags high.
Jayon says, would Newcastle fans want big Rafa Benitez back? He always wanted money to spend and never really had that.
He was while we mentioned it nearly went through last summer, he was the number one man for Amanda Staveley. That's who she wanted. I think the ship sailed. I think it's a new era. Get someone new in. Get someone new in.
You lot are too bougie now. You lot are too bougie now, I swear.
Someone down says FFP is a myth. But you were saying, I remember we did that interview on the channel where you said to me that the one thing about Ashley is that because he hasn't spent money over the years, you wouldn't be breaking FFP. That's what you were saying to me, weren't you?
We're able to spend £180 million if the owners want to in January without breaking FFP because Mike Ashley has only had an average of net spend of £9 million a year.
That's crazy.
So he's been the balance sheet champion. He's a businessman owner. So that's been one positive, I guess. Now that the new owners can come in and go mental and splash the cash straight away.
Wow.
No hanging about, lads.
So basically, 190 mil to spend in January, scot-free.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Yeah, you're safe this year.
So there's no relegation.
Fuad,
don't worry.
CFC says Newcastle are a bigger club than City, but not Chelsea. Newcastle ain't won a trophy in over 60 years, but they are a big. The one thing I think every football fan, in the Premier League, will always say is that Newcastle
sleeping giant.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
That's like facts. You've been there. I've been there.
City.
One team in the city. Anytime if they come to White Hart Lane, if they come to the Emirates, it could be a Tuesday night. It's full allocation.
Always.
And they've got to travel the furthest to literally every game they go to. Their fans are loyal,
committed.
They're crazy. They're, you know what I mean, right? And now, with the money, and I always say, I remember when I was growing up, right? I remember that Newcastle team with Asprilla, Kevin Keegan in charge, and that was a great team. That was an exciting team, man. When they were pushing for the title against Fergie.
12 points.
You know what I mean? They had a great team, and if they can start getting that vibe back, they get near to that.
Even after that, with the Bobby Robson team, when they had Bellamy, Shearer, Dyer, Genius, Solano.
That's the new owners there, isn't it?
There's Steve
Look
Lee,
at his smile on his face. Jeez.
His Excellency Yasser El Ramian.
His Excellency.
His Excellency.
I love this.
Put some respect on this man. This man is saved our club.
Look at the way they're all turning.
His Excellency.
Yasser El Ramian. There he is. Look at him.
Hey, wiping fake tears from his face. Look at him.
Flew in from New York the day.
Solid ground. Hard to kill. We will rebuild.
Oh,
look at that, man. Look at the reception.
Man,
he's getting.
from.
Hey, look at that smile.
We gotta ruin this party. I don't
Look
care.
at that smile,
Look at this, man.
We gotta ruin this.
Look at the flags, Fuad. Yay.
Do you know this flags as well? That's a fan group called War Flags, and they boycotted for 2 years because of Mike Ashley, and this is the first display back in over 2 years. Wow. Look at it. This is what it'll be like every week now.
This is a mighty town. Everything, mighty town built. Wow.
If you're a player looking out to that,
my
God, spine tingling.
He's loving it. Look at him.
Look at it. He's loving it, man. And that's more money he's going to look at his daughter.
Do you know one
that's
thing?
That's more money spending. He's going to be like, what? Is it like this all the time? Yo, get that checkbook out now. Let's start spending now.
You know what's crazy? I love how everybody's found their moral high ground as well when it comes to this takeover as well.
Yeah, hold on. We ain't touched on that. Yeah. What about the human rights issues and stuff like that? I mean,
we shouldn't bury our heads in the sands over the human rights stuff and Saudi Arabia and stuff, and it is a big problem, but we didn't get to pick Mike Ashley as owner, and we haven't picked these as the new owners. So we don't get to say, modern day football fans don't get to say who buys your football club. These people invest in Facebook, Uber, Starbucks, everyone does them things, everyone, you know, Joshua fights in Saudi Arabia. What's the problem when they take, no one's complaining when, every man, all these journalists are saying, oh, it's a disgrace and everything. They'll be the first people on a plane to Qatar next year for the World Cup, reporting on the World Cup. And look at what's happening in Qatar. The human rights record there is appalling. The amount of people that have died building stadiums.
Bro, literally, like
He's got an answer for everything.
No, but it's true.
But he is right, though. He is
Everyone's
right.
screaming about these lot, yeah. But then Qatar, I'm sorry, for the World Cup, how many human rights laws have they broken?
Yeah,
But no
300
one's
people
saying
or something.
anything about the PSG owners or the City
Man
owners.
City owners,
But then
yeah.
it's like, as soon as it's come here, it's like...
There is a lot of
And
jealousy.
there's that little bit of jealousy.
Yeah,
I
there's a
feel
lot of
like.
jealousy. Like you
lot of
said, these
jealousy.
are very serious issues, right? But there is also a lot of jealousy involved in it as well.
100%, mate.
'Cause it's like-
Hamel says, only if we can swap the owners with Newcastle, Robbie. Big up Robbie, Matty and Fuad. I put, come on you Gunners, Arsenal to win 3-1 tomorrow. I am happy for Palace, he says, Hamel. And Football Champ says, shake magpies.
Yes.
Jamie says, Ant and Dec, yeah, because whilst we were talking there, they were showing Ant and Dec up there in the stands. They're all out there, you know.
Everyone's there, man.
Every every Geordie.
Spread, a lot of them.
I could only imagine how much the
There they
ticket
are.
cost for that game. You know, there's St.
There's
Maximin
a
coming
goal
out.
dust,
But you-
mate.
that's what I'm saying. You think these players ain't going to be pumped for it?
Look at that.
Bro, I said that.
If you're not getting up for that, if you're
There
not
is-
getting up for this, there's
Brother.
something wrong with you. You shouldn't be in
You're
football.
in the wrong
this
sport.
is the wrong time to play them.
I don't know, man. I feel...
Where
I get what
me,
you're
this
saying,
is-
but I feel like, yo, we have to take advantage of the fact that we have to give them the reality check. All
Yeah.
the noise can be there, but nothing has been spent right now. They are winless and in the relegation zone.
That's
Kai
still facts.
says
Like,
Newcastle can't win. Spurs have Son and Kane, but
Listen,
Kane at the moment, mate.
That's
is
one
about,
key thing.
He's in recent games, he's been about as much use as Ant and Dec.
bro,
You know what I mean? He's been poor, isn't he?
bro, this 6 games
He hasn't scored a goal yet in the Premier League.
hasn't
has he?
scored
Oh,
a
well, he
goal
will
in
the day,
6
he
now,
will-
and
he
that's
will
his
now.
longest drought. I think the only time he's gone 4 games without a goal is
He will-
15-16 season. We're going back 6 years now. Against Newcastle now, he's got 5 in the last 6. If there's ever a time to wake up, it's today. I'm
he'll
sorry.
score today.
That
He'll be
will
a
make the
penalty or
biggest
something. He'll
difference in this
score
game.
today.
I think.
Thompson says Kane will
Son,
rebound.
and Ndombele, they
Kane,
need to step up today. Ndombele's been another one who's been smelling up the start of the season as well. Need a big performance today, man.
Abdul says, Robbie, can you please remind Fuad that Spurs haven't won the Premier League since 1961?
All right, bro.
Their last win is closer to the Victorian age. Right?
Listen,
Because I think you were saying the Newcastle, when was the last time they won something? I think that's
Listen.
why that guy needed to remind you. Because that is true. When was the last time you won something?
Hey,
You need to go-
2008.
Yeah.
Don't
Was that
forget.
League Cup?
The League Cup.
I'd take that, to be fair. I'd love the
You know what I
League Cup.
mean? Some respect on us.
Everybody in the chat is going on about the atmosphere there. It's absolutely
Hey,
amazing.
crazy.
They're showing Steve Bruce there. What must he be thinking? His
Well, this
1,000th game, incredible atmosphere. The Sheikh is there. What must he be thinking?
Last time you'll see this ground.
You're cold, mate.
Hey.
Mate.
Unless he buys a ticket in the Gallagher, it's the last time you've seen that ground.
Wow.
Nah, I
these
hope
men are too
it's a good
happy.
day
I
for
don't like
everyone.
this. I don't
Obviously,
like
I hope
this.
we'll win. I hope the fact that just back
Cloud-
back the boys now.
Yeah, Cloud Strive says Newcastle's new kit should have an oil barrel on it.
Facts.
Well, this is the way
This
you
is just
get
how the
around.
oil spill.
And
This is the way you
vote-
get around the FFP as well, isn't it? With the sponsors.
Yeah. The vote has been completed. How long before Newcastle win the Premier League? We've ended it now. 47% said 10 years, 43% 5 years, 2% 9 years. I'm going with the 5 years. It won't be 10 years, man. With the amount of money these guys have got, 10 years. Are you mad?
I can't remember last time
Don't
we did
know,
a team
man.
vote.
And DNYG says Newcastle has been in shambles since that Gol movie. Remember that movie?
Santiago
Premiered. And he
Munez,
said, and
legend.
he's going 3-1 to Spurs, he says.
Ooh.
Predictions, Matty?
2-1 Newcastle, Robbie.
2-1 Newcastle. Fuad?
If everybody turns up, I'm with my man, the 3-1 win. But with this atmosphere, I think we got to rein it in a
Wilson's
little.
back. I
1-1
think-
1-1 draw I'll go for.
1-1 draw. I
Yeah.
think Wilson being back.
Huge.
I think I'm going to go with Fuad, man. I can see.
Because
No,
there's
you
always
know
goals
what?
in this. You
You know what? After seeing the atmosphere there,
That's sweet.
I'll go to Newcastle.
That's sweet.
I was going to go 1-1. I'm going
Hey.
2-1. I'm going 2-1. But here we go. It kicks off.
There we go. Hoofball, Brucey Ball.
Brucey Ball, see, that's the killer blow today.
That kit that Tottenham
Hey, end up!
We need to cut this out, like, we don't want nothing to happen early doors here.
Where did you lot get that kit from, man?
Brother,
That
I have no
purple thing.
clue.
Bit mad, the designs for Spurs is, yeah.
They gave one
what
of
is that?
some designer took fucking acid and decided, yeah,
That's what it looks
here
like,
you
mate.
go. Because that's what our away kit looks like as well.
Star
It
Wars.
literally looks like someone on
Yeah,
acid.
you know what, to be fair, that Star Wars
black
one,
one.
I ain't
Looks
gonna lie,
decent.
that don't look bad. But that purple thing,
Oh,
what
shit.
is that? How many kits you got?
Bro,
So what's the bullet, what's that?
This is the third alternate kit, basically.
Rip off, innit?
Listen, do you know one thing I
But
realised?
Newcastle's
I
still
saw
gonna
this
have
morning
free
as well, Napoli had dropped a kit. It's always the teams that don't seem to be winning are dropping all these fancy new kits. They dropped the Halloween special kit. I'm sure you lot will
Halloween
drop one
special?
as well. You lot are kit specialists. You lot
Yeah,
drop about
we're training kits.
6
They're
or 7
smart.
kits.
They're smart Arsenal. They like every last year, every month. New
Go on,
training kit.
Saint.
Do you
It's a
remember,
maximum.
wasn't there like a 4-2-4 partnership with some company or something like that as well?
Yeah. It's not St Maximum, it's Shape Maximum. Now.
There's Big
That's
Julian on.
poor. It's St Maximum on the ball.
There we go, Skippy.
But dealt with there. That's why they probably got Skip in there with
Yeah.
Højbjerg today to counter that threat.
Trust me, we should have learnt that from the North
We're
London
open on
derby.
the...
By the way, we did a poll to say what the outcome of the match will be. At the moment, a Newcastle win is 49%. So everybody's been swayed by the atmosphere. 22% say a draw, 29% say a Tottenham win.
Overlap.
Just
Get it in.
Oh, there's a chance here for Newcastle. It's a goal! Come on, Wilson!
Yes!
And look at the Indians are going mad. Amanda Staveley's going mad.
Yes! 2 minutes in.
1-0. Wilson kisses the camera. Who needs the money? They got the players there already. Great goal, great header.
Lord have
A
mercy,
good move.
brother.
That place is on fire. Steve Bruce takes a drink.
Yep.
It's 1-0
Yeah.
to Newcastle. What a start
Yes.
for them.
Shmoney dance, baby. Shmoney dance. Yeah.
That was a poor. Who put that back here?
Emerson decides
Emerson
he
Roy
loses
out
the
there
ball,
with a
then
poor-
doesn't press. Leaves him.
Oh, mate. 2
There
minutes,
it is.
man.
There's a great
Wait,
ball in there.
you're
from
slow
Tottenham.
getting out.
No, so what's the maximum?
Look at
Great
Wilson,
ball,
front
what a
post.
header.
That's poor, man.
Bullet header.
That's so poor.
Who's the
Bullet
number
header.
9
Who's
on
he
the
get in
pitch,
front
mate?
of it? Is it in front of Dyer? No, it wasn't Dyer. It's a great bullet
That's
header,
poor.
I think, in front of Romero.
Manquillo with a lovely overlap. Wilson with a
Yeah, in
bullet
front of
header.
Romero,
Yeah,
and that's
Romero
a
got
brilliant
beaten.
goal. Brilliant
No
goal,
chance.
1-0. Look at the owners.
Look at the
Manny
Saudis.
Stacey.
Saudi mags.
They're going mad already.
Hell, man.
Mate, talk about dream start.
What a start.
Talk about
Wow.
dream start.
Chris LG says, good evening, Robbie. Personally, I think it will be hilarious if
fuck
Newcastle got relegated. Do you
How
or
the
Matty
bottom three
think
stands?
this is possible? Well, listen, they're off to a great start. What a start.
We're out the bottom
In this
three already,
game.
Robbie. We're 17th as it stands.
The Newcastle winning the game's just got up to 63%. 17% draw, 19% for Tottenham. But what a start. Wow.
Oh, mate, I wish I was there.
And Romero's gone
we
down
can't have
injured.
this.
Even better
It's the last
start.
thing we
Even
need
better
now.
start. Let's just...
That is
Great start for Newcastle, 1-0. That place must be jumping now.
Must be
But you there,
absolutely...
mate.
Yeah, must be bouncing. Absolutely bouncing.
Look at this though. He gets
No,
fouled.
this is the foul, yeah.
Yeah, he just gets clipped. Look at the enthusiasm though. Look how they're pressing. Wow.
Kane, can you wake up today, please?
Give him a chance. There's only 4 minutes gone.
Bruv, they got a goal in 2 minutes.
That's what you said.
Listen,
The
we need
dream
that Leicester
start, innit?
energy.
It couldn't
Pull
get
out
any
straight
better than
away.
that, could it? Literally the first chance, first shot. One shot, one
You
kill,
could
what's
just
the
see
deal?
it as well, the way it just fucking opened up.
It was quite easy for the overlap, like, wasn't it? But brilliant finish by Wilson.
You know that Joe Linton, yeah? Do you think playing him out wide does hurt?
It's much better.
Because he is quick, man, and he is a unit, isn't he?
Well, that was his original position, like as a left
Look
forward.
at that again, look at
He's on it,
that.
he's on it, Julian, on it.
Fucking wake up, Emerson!
Oh, go on, Joe.
Fuck's sake!
Newcastle up thirst to everything at the moment. Look at that.
Whip it in, Richie.
Ball on the Richie.
Whip it in, Richie. Ooh.
Ooh, that could have went anywhere.
You're in for a
Very
treat
scrappy.
today. You're in for a treat today.
Up front quick, but dealt with.
Compose
The
your
entertainers are
fucking
back.
selves. Get the
Tackles
ball
going
under
in.
control.
The entertainers are back,
Look
baby.
at the tackles going in. Newcastle are about it today, mate. Make no mistake.
Man,
I told you.
Joe Linton
I
show
told
feet.
you they were going to be like this, Fuad. I told you they're going to. I wouldn't want to have played them now. Not straight after they've got that good news. You know what I mean? No chance. I told the expression that on Friday. He was telling me about, yeah, but the money ain't here yet. I said, don't make about that money here yet.
Listen,
Expression
That's
is trying to
giving
tell
everyone
me.
a
another 85.
Oh,
Joe Linton,
wow.
look at Joe Linton.
Joe Linton!
He's turned into
Wallahi,
Ronaldo
Emerson,
or name.
You are finished.
Joe.
You are finished, Emerson.
Oh, no, that's Joe Linton. There's the real Joe Linton, yeah.
Emerson got spun out there, man.
Wake the fuck up, bro. Please. 3 times already.
This still
in the
doesn't
space
feel
of
real.
what,
1-0
5
already.
You know, see that Wilson, he's a good player, man.
Oh, he is, mate. His only problem is his
Always
fitness issues.
Injured.
Yes. His goal scoring record first was unreal.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Like he's the amount of chances to like he converts. He pretty much. We don't create much normally.
Look at that, man.
Basic 5-yard passes.
Tottenham all over.
Also, Maximum now running at him.
He's going to take the piss out of you today.
Go on,
Sean
Still
Longstaff.
falling, Dom.
Sean Longstaff.
Still falling to. They seem to be first to everything for him.
We can't get the ball under control.
Oh, imagine how it'll be absolutely bouncing now. St James has been 1-0 as
Richie
well.
with a run.
Joe.
Lovely,
Lovely little
lovely
fly.
one,
Love
two.
through
Guys
ball.
playing
Oh,
like
Richie
they're
doing
Brazil
there.
98.
Richie doing there.
Take that down, Richie. Got time there to take that down. Wilson's dead off for it. Look, he's
This
fresh.
is a brilliant goal.
He's fresh.
Look at this header.
It's just,
This is
I
an
don't
old
get the
school-
fullbacks just being
Old school header, man. Look at the way he gets across him. What a goal, man. Brilliant.
That's a proper striker's finish, man. Beat your man
Alan
to the near
Shearer.
post.
Doing
That
the
was a
number.
Shearer goal.
Doing the number 9 shirt, proud Wilson there.
That was an Alan Shearer goal. That was the
Yeah.
goal
I
he
can't
used to
believe Joe
score.
Linton was wearing that for 2 seasons.
Aye, that was some joke, that like. I mean, look
Look
at
at
that
their
with him without
record.
Wilson.
Without Wilson. Fucking hell, man.
Ooh,
More than a goal a game.
Foul now?
that's a yellow card, isn't it? That was very late. I think that's a yellow card. Is he going to give him one?
Nah.
Too early for yellows.
Come on, man. He's falling for the atmosphere as well, bro.
He knows the shakes up there, man. You ain't giving nothing yet.
Off with his head.
Get paid off. Get paid off.
Shake might just buy some new refs.
Nah.
Nah, that studs up as well, man. Come on.
Isaac Hayden.
Isaac
Hayden,
Hayden's dirty as well, man.
Ex-Gooner.
Ex-Arsenal player.
Arsenal
Loves it.
fan. Arsenal fan. Dead up for it.
He always goes full-blooded in, man, even when he's at Arsenal. Actually, when he's at Arsenal, like, you know, he played mainly League Cup games and things like that because he was young. Look at that, charging down again. But he was always up for it, man.
Oh, he is. He wears his
I
heart on his
liked him.
sleeve.
I really liked him. I'm
He
glad
always
that-
gives 100%.
I'm glad that he's gone on to have a good career. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he's gone
Didn't
on
just
to
waste it.
Yeah.
He's a proper unsung hero for Newcastle, Isaac Hayden. Like,
Come on.
oh, this is just all too good to be true, man.
Do you know how to
No,
set the
no,
team
no,
up to
don't look
attack,
happy.
mate? Do you know how to set them up to create? Can you do something?
Nuno out.
Fucking Nuno hype.
There's again the ball just played in there. You know what I mean? They just look more
We need another one
on it.
soon,
It's
and it just
Wilson
kills
again.
it.
But that's a good ball in.
There's 2-man back post
Corner
wide
ball.
open.
Tottenham look rattled at the moment. I ain't lying.
Got centre backs just
Look
up front taking the
rattled.
piss.
Salah says, "Robbie, stop eating. Don't be another tie. I'm hungry, man. And then my Sunday dinner yet, and then my roast. Oh boy. Anyway, Spurs coming forward now. What can they do? Can they get back into this game quickly? So far, it's been all Newcastle. All
Everything.
Newcastle.
Everything.
Get in there, Richie. Get
Oh,
closer. Get
and
closer.
Dom. Emerson, can you show me
chance,
something in
chance.
this half of the pitch then?
Don't let
please?
him get it
For
in,
Spurs,
Richie.
Harry Kane on the ball.
Can you show me something, Emerson, please?
That's yours, Darlow. That's yours, Darlow.
Easy for the keeper. Although remember him in the Euros. That one that he threw. That was him, wasn't it?
No, this is the number 2, Darlow.
Who was the
Dubravka.
Dubravka,
He
yeah.
was the one pulling the fucking nut saves last year. Though, when we
Ah, he
played
had his
you, I
game of his
remember.
life against you.
Fucking hell.
He's a good number 2, Darlow.
Go on, Mora.
Oh, what's
Go
going on
on,
there,
Mora.
Joe? Someone
good
want to
run
close
by
him down
Mora.
or what?
But great tracking
chance you wanna
back there.
release?
Was that Joe Linton?
Joe Linton, baby.
Great tracking back there by Joe Linton. And now
G7.
St. Maximin with a chance to run at Regulon.
Go on, Saint.
He did well there. They're moving the ball.
We're
well,
moving it. We're
Newcastle.
zipping it across the pitch
Yeah.
with confidence that hasn't been seen for years.
Wilson.
Go on. Where's the options? Where's the options? No one around him.
Double up.
No one around him.
Go, Mora.
Still won it.
There we go. See it out. Good lad.
Lovely opening 10 minutes for the Saudi mags.
Saudi Max. Harry L says, tune, black and white army.
Yes, Harry.
They're singing it out.
It must be rocking like.
And Harry L says, come on, Matty, son.
Yes, mate. There you go, Harry.
Come on, Romero. Let's see some
Right,
diet,
10 minutes,
please.
42 gone. And it's still Newcastle 1, Tottenham 0. Goal after 2 minutes of the game. Flying start.
Here we go.
Ball played up there to Son.
Oh, easy clock.
I need Son active today, man. I need Son to be alive today, man. He's been our star man this season.
Yeah.
You can see he's actually playing in the 9. It looks
Valorp
like.
says
Kane.
Emerson peasant.
Mate, I'm just happy I got to come here and actually celebrate a goal. You know, if we had done this watch long any other time, I'd have been sitting here miserable, quiet. Do you know what I mean?
Talking about Mike Ashley for the after stream.
I got carried away, started shmoney dancing, Bobby Schmurn and everything before, you know what I mean? Put me back out. I'm still buzzing.
We love football, man.
I'll clip that up and send it expression as soon as I get home.
Oh, the expressions in meltdown, they said.
Aye. It's getting put in a spliff. It's getting put in a spliff, Robbie.
Hey, that was fucking funny. Can't lie.
Can Spurs get back into? I think Spurs need to
Plenty
get
of
back
time
into
to get back in
this
it,
quick.
to be
it's
fair.
still
But being
early.
real, there's still going to be chances.
wake
for
up.
this.
It's early in the game. Don't want to be conceding a second though.
I'm glad that the players have just feeded off the energy of the crowd.
Yeah, they're playing with they've obviously feeded off the energy of the crowd, and I knew it, man. I'm like, I don't. If I wouldn't want to be playing Newcastle now, no chance. No way, man.
I get the momentum thing, but it's still Newcastle at the end of the day. They're still
Yeah,
winners.
true.
They're still in the relegation zone. So for me, that's the kind of mindset. If I'm a
Yeah,
Spurs
yeah,
player,
yeah. I hear
you've
you
got
on
to be
that.
coming into it. You can't be coming into it.
And it's
thinking,
still early. It's still early.
still a long way to go. It's like, I don't know.
Oh,
Anyway, Spurs on the attack.
Just
Long
stop
range
these
shot.
we'll keep them the long
useless
rangers
shots.
all day. You can have them all day.
Hoiberg trying to.
I'm interested to hear though, like you're saying, it's still Newcastle, but where do you think this Newcastle? Do you think this Newcastle team should be in the bottom three then? Like
I don't
at
think
the
they
end of the
should be in
season,
the
where do you
bottom
think they
three.
should finish? Because
No,
this
it
team,
shouldn't.
this
It
team
shouldn't be in the
finished
bottom.
12th last year, you know, and that's
Yeah.
with Steve Bruce.
They shouldn't be in the bottom three either.
We shouldn't.
They shouldn't be in the bottom
As I
three.
said, right? That's what I said earlier. People look at Newcastle like it's some team.
Some good players on that pitch,
Loads
man.
of rubbish players. They've got some good players. Wilson is a good player who could play in lots of top teams. He's a goal scorer, right? That Joe Linton, if you can get a tune out of him, is not as bad. They paid 40 odd million for him. St. Maximan,
Unreal.
Lascelles. They've got some good players. The goalies are all good. They've got about 3 wicked goalkeepers. Willock.
Aiden,
You always
Shelby.
feel like the team is shackled though, as long as Bruce is there. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, that's
But that's
the,
it. He
that's the
won't be
problem.
there, innit? They'll get a proper manager in.
Oh, right, good delivery, Richie.
But I just remember, like, do you remember when City got taken over? Their takeover was just before Christmas as well. And
Yeah.
right up until the January window, they were just getting battered left, right, and centre. They had no new owners bounce or anything like that. So I'm thinking, we've got to give them that same feeling. Only
Yeah,
in
but
January
remember-
afterwards should these lot be feeling confidence and playing Samba World Cup 98 football. Not 2 minutes in playing pop ball and then scoring. Busting cheeks for them for nothing.
So I said, like, they're not as bad as what you see. They're not as bad. You know, they shouldn't. I think Newcastle as well. Like, you've drawn a lot of games, haven't you?
Yeah, we drew, I
that
think,
right?
3 or 4 games.
Yeah, you've drawn
I mean,
like-
I was at Watford the other week, and no lie, that should have been 4-5 at half time. We actually played really well that game. That's the one game we've actually played well this season. Leeds at home, we drew 2-2. We should have won that, really. There's games where we should have
You've drawn 3 or 4 games you've
should have
drawn.
got.
Sure.
Yeah.
To have not won yet.
Here we go, here we
This
go.
is better by Tottenham.
Who the fuck's watching Lucas there?
Look at son, look at son.
Mora's in. What was that?
Oh, wow. I'll take that.
Brother,
I'll take that for a clip.
Open your fucking eyes. What are you pointing at?
And Saudi's paid him off, man. What was that?
You've got them. I don't know why
What's that?
Ndombele went wide even.
Who's he
You had
crossing
the
to there?
1-2.
Ant and Deck?
Yeah, what's that?
I think he crossed Ant and Deck in the stands.
Bloody hell.
Bad defending
poor,
though.
man.
There was loads of space from there.
Yeah.
That was poor defending from Newcastle. Matt Ritchie nowhere to be
Bellcard
seen.
2020 says Ant and Deck are overrated.
Well, 20 years in a row they've
St.
won.
Maximin's on the way.
Oh,
Great
look at
by
him.
St.
Look at
Maximin.
him.
This is a great run by him.
And block that off, Emerson.
Nearly a good ball as
Do
well.
your job.
He's quality. I love watching him play, man.
He is. He's,
What a
he's a
baller.
delight to watch. Like.
Exciting.
He's probably going to be one of those street swamp forget ballers, isn't it?
Yeah, 100.
Give it a couple of years.
Ooh, look like a foul. But
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh,
Got it
Joe,
back.
don't give it away like that.
Compose now, compose.
Newcastle giving the ball away now.
Let's keep the ball for a little bit. Can we string 4 passes together, please?
Salah says all the love from Saudi, the Saudi Magpies.
Yes, mate.
They're all going to be
That's the
supporting.
thing. Yeah, I was just about to say, you're going to get a lot of Saudi
The
fans
whole of
supporting
Saudi Arabia is
Newcastle.
going to be supporting Newcastle.
My,
now as well.
my streams last week once the takeover happened, nothing but Saudi flags in the chat.
Tottenham sort of
See,
getting
now
themselves back into the game now, getting hold of it,
Possession.
passing it around a bit.
See, don't start dropping too deep now. Look for a diagonal. Look at the run. Good man.
Wing backs
Oh,
on
what a
getting
touch,
close
What
enough.
a touch that was.
Where's
One
the
of them.
defence? Fuck off, man.
What a goal!
Respect! Oh my guy!
Ndombele with a great
Endom
finish.
sauce!
But
When you
look
say
how
you're
much,
dull me your day.
look how much space he had, man. Oh my God.
Listen.
Look how much space. It's a great finish though. Great finish by Ndombele. But where was the Newcastle defence?
the
Great
touch.
touch here by Reguilon.
Nah, that's a joke.
Take a
Lascelles.
Look, it's a
Bring
brilliant
them
finish.
back to reality.
Brilliant goal,
This is
brilliant.
still Newcastle.
That's
This
a great
is
finish.
still Newcastle.
He used the player in front of him and just, he didn't even curl it, he just whacked
Look
it.
at this, man. Look
Arrowed
at you,
it right
Lascelles.
into the corner.
What are you doing, man?
Steve Bruce don't look too happy about that.
Sensation.
But that was poor defending,
Fucking hell,
1-1.
man.
Oh, Ndombele. Now we're starting.
This
What did I say
guy,
just
man,
before the
this
game is
guy.
over? I need him to have a big game. That's what I'm talking about.
Jamal Lascelles, man, captain of this club, not for fucking much longer, mate. Not for much longer in this ownership are you going to be captain of this team, mate. Where was the commitment or desire there? Sitting off the man.
That's what
Free
I'm
hit.
talking
Newcastle
about.
back on the attack.
Come on, Joe Linton.
Oh, that's
So
gone
he
out.
didn't have the confidence to take him on there. It was
It's
a good
1-1.
finish. Good finish
It was
by
a great
Ndombele.
finish.
That's shocking defending.
Tottenham
Sitting
fans
off.
in a bit of voice now.
Sitting
it was
off.
a great finish, arrowed right into the corner.
And I got to say, great pass from Dyer as well from the back there. Let's not forget that. That was a good pass.
To Reguilon.
Yeah, Reguilon is great. The way he got the ball under control was brilliant. 1-1. Steve Stewart says Newcastle to score next.
I think this is going to be
Illuminati
proper,
Poo says Toons never give up.
proper up and down game. This it's going to keep happening. This it's going to end up like 3-3 or something. This I'm telling you.
Sorry?
I think this game will end up like 3-3, something silly. It's just going to be end.
Football chat
Listen,
says-
this game is always guaranteed goals. You're
Oh, he
never.
still kept
Come on,
it
Joe,
in,
get the
did well
corner.
there.
Come on. Corner ball.
That's what I want to see, Emerson. Because last game.
Football champ says Van Dijk in, Lascelles out.
Aye. We'll have Van Dijk in. Van Dijk in January.
No, but do you know what? The Liverpool centre backs, you should try and maybe go for one of them because they've got what? Matip, Konate, Van Dijk, Gomez. Not all of them are going to play.
Any one of them will improve this shit now.
That's
Right.
How will Lascelles make up for
Listen,
it? Make up for Lascelles.
switch on.
Richie with the corner. That's a good
Go on,
corner as well.
Lascelles.
Winners!
Kind of got under it.
Listen,
Trying to make amends.
was that Romero beating for the header again?
It's too far out, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was.
Yeah, man.
But he did well in putting him off though.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Louis says Eric Bailly's for so. It's another diagonal ball hit, this time out to Mora, and he's got Richie isolated one.
Sitting off again.
And this is another chance.
Mora, I need better end product, please. Not bonehead.
Who's watching the overlap?
They can't be leaving players like Mora on one-on-one situations.
Switches on, lad.
They're going to get done.
Oh,
look at that
Sells,
poor
look at that for
header.
a clearance, man. He mustn't be fit if he's back the day. He's hopeless.
Who got the throw there?
Tottenham.
Newcastle, Tottenham.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brucey, you tell him, yeah?
Brucey, go for a kebab or something, mate. We don't want to see you.
Who's his assistant there?
Graham Jones. He was the
Eyeing up his job.
England in the summer. He was at
yeah.
England in the summer. Forward coach.
Come on, lads. Let's get a foot on this game now. Just keep possession there. No need to...
Sky Liverpool FCC says Virgil van Dijk wants Champions League and Premier League titles, not relegation battles.
He's not going to have relegation battles anymore.
You got him rattled already.
Listen, they forget he was at Southampton, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, mind you, they weren't fighting
When they
relegation.
turn.
Oh.
Hey, Katie!
That's offside. Got to be offside. Got to be offside.
That's a
Oh,
goal.
yeah,
It's a
man.
goal.
Offside.
It's
Oh,
been given.
yeah, man.
It's been given. Harry Kane. It's been given. Oh, it's offside.
Yes.
It's offside. It's
Oh,
offside.
yeah,
But
man.
okay, VAR will check it.
Hey,
He looks a
listen.
mile offside.
I was going to say,
I
it
need
must
my
be.
He
boys
looks a mile
cooking
offside.
today.
Let's see. He gets
Look
back
at that,
on.
look at that.
Nah, he's off.
Hey!
He's on. He's on. He's onside.
He's onside!
I think he's onside. I think he's onside.
Run that back! Run that back for me one time, please!
I think he's onside.
Oh, no.
To me, I think that's
Away
onside.
that tune!
No.
I mean, I want it to be offside, but I think it's onside.
Now look,
He's
even
played
the-
on. He's played
even
on.
the
He's
fullback-
onside.
It's close, like, innit?
Even the fullback is keeping him on.
Oh, shit.
Even
Onside.
the fullback is keeping him on.
Onside. It's been given.
I said to man,
Knew he'd score the
before
day,
the
innit?
game.
Onside.
he'd
It's been
score the day.
given.
Two man before the game.
Again, the Newcastle. Have they made a decision on it yet?
Nah.
I thought it popped at one side.
I said there's two players
It's
that need
been
to
given,
turn
it's
up
been
before
given.
the game.
It popped
I
up
said
before.
Ndombele and Kane. Now look at me. Now talk to me. Away the two. Saudi fund where? Flag hype where? Get out of here, man. Put some respect on my guy's name. 2-1 up. Away where? Richest club where? Reality.
Look at
is
Darlow,
here.
man. Darlow's treating it like it's offside.
Yeah, it's a guy.
Look at Darlow. He just sits there like, this is all right. This I don't have to do anything.
Just float that
It's going to be
line.
offside. Look at it's offside.
Listen,
Wait up, man.
listen.
Look at Lascelles chasing fucking shadows.
A great finish.
Oh!
But Darlow lets
Hey.
him have that finish by coming out there.
Two clean finishes. See that?
Fuck's
The way
sake.
he come back on side as well, curved that run. Listen, that's top number 9 manoeuvres right there. One of the world's best we're watching here.
First goal of the season
this
for Harry Kane.
season. That's how we break our duck.
He's only turned up so he gets to sign to
First
Newcastle.
goal of the
man.
season.
I said 5 in the
gift.
last 6 v Newcastle. If
Two
ever
gifts
there's
now.
a game.
Two poor bits of defending.
Come on,
by
St.
Newcastle.
Maximin.
Yeah.
And the bubble is well and truly burst at Newcastle.
Plenty of time, man. Plenty of time.
Flag high.
Well, that was a
Yeah,
nice
look
bit
at
of skill by
sexy
St.
St.
Maximin.
Maximin.
Yeah, yeah. All the flash, no end product.
Escomo says not sure why the players on the pitch are supposed to be hyped today. Just means they need to find new clubs for 90% of them.
It's
They
fast,
really
to be
thought
fair.
money. They really thought money was gonna make average players better. Reality.
Not when the manager's below average as well. Brucey's still there. Oh.
It's been some shocking defence. I think
The defending's so
you need to spend
bad.
money on that defence first.
What's mad as well is how good of a
Forget the
defender.
Mbappe's and
How
that.
good of a defender was Bruce in his playing days, and he kind of take that through to management.
Yeah, it's true.
Useless, man.
Spurs well and truly on top now, but a bit of loose defending there.
All we need is a bit of magic from St. Maximin. Don't worry about it. Plenty of time.
No, they've blown up the whistle there and Dembele's down, holding his face.
Hey, listen.
Akash says, in this January window, Newcastle should go for a super talented duo of Fred and McTominay from Man United.
Less of that.
We would be really sad to see them go, he said. And Paul 2011 says, welcome back to the relegation battle, Oil Castle. 2-1 to Tottenham.
Typical Newcastle, that like start off with a bang and then reality after 25 minutes.
Oh, look at the fans. They're all sat down now. Oh.
Do you know why they all sat down? Because they can see Steve Bruce. Plenty of time, mate. Plenty of time. Didn't worry with it.
He didn't celebrate. I thought he was offside as well, didn't he?
I thought it was offside.
thought
Darlow thought it was fucking
Højbjerg who hit
offside.
the ball.
Look at the keeper thinks
What a
it's
pass
offside.
from Højbjerg
Look at the
as well.
salesman. What's he running for now?
Don't
You know where
sleep
near
on the
it?
pass
The
as
goalkeeper
well.
switched off as well, didn't he?
Big time, and then he made it
The
easy for
goalkeeper
him.
switched off as well,
It's a
man.
good finish, but he allowed him to lob him.
And that's what they say. You've got to just finish the chance and let the VAR do the rest. Goalkeeper's got to be more alive there. He just literally just allowed him to do whatever.
Got to be real, it was a perfectly timed run by Kane.
It was a good finish.
But the defending again. The defending again. This is why we're in the relegation battle. That's championship defending.
British Avatar, look at it.
New owners
The
thinking.
new owners are sat down. Reality's hit. They're quiet now.
Good job.
They're
Good job.
quiet.
We've got 300 billion, isn't it, lads? Jesus Christ, we're going to need every single penny of that.
British Avatar says, "Why is that Spurs fan celebrating for? He's a Spurs fan."
Why am I not celebrating? Huh? Why not?
I know.
This is I'm beating the richest team in the world, yeah? We should be playing cash for cash. We should be playing wallet for wallet, bank for bank.
Need for speed
When
swaps.
you get your bank.
Pink slips.
Yeah.
People
How is
keep
it,
saying,
lads?
"Matty, check your phone, bro. Check your phone." Why do people keep saying that?
Oh, someone
Probably
send this.
tagging him in 101 memes or something.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
Joe.
What, expressions? Is that expressions? I've got a voice note of expressions.
Was
And,
he?
and I have got about 1 million messages, like, but I think everyone's laughing at
Hey, you
the,
lot are actually trying to break
It's
every
literally
single
the-
man.
the shmoney dance when we went 1-0 up. I was shmoney dance.
Yo, I can't wait to watch that one back. Hey.
It was good while it lasted, lads. I don't know, I'll have a look at half time at my phone. I'll have a look at half time.
Well,
Someone needs to put on that carry on music as well. The shmoney dance and then the 2 goals.
that's a
70
corner.
minutes to go. 70 minutes
Here
to
we
go.
go. I was actually really worried in the England game with the way he played Kane as well. I was thinking, yo,
He was shocking in
I
that.
think
He
we
was
might
so
have
bad.
actually lost him for the season.
Told you you'd score today, though. It always happens
Yeah.
in Newcastle that if someone's on a bad run of form, they haven't scored for ages.
100%.
Dr. Newcastle, we'll see you now. Do you know what I mean?
I said even before this game, I said if there's ever going to be a game where he breaks his stuff, it's going to be this one. He loves playing Newcastle.
There's
This
a corner
defender
there.
hasn't
This is
been
dangerous.
good.
Oh, that could have been another goal there for Tottenham.
Shit the bath, man.
Poor
It's another
defending
one.
again from the set piece. Newcastle's defending
Jesus.
all over
Look at
the place.
Lascelles. Can we get Lascelles off? Can we just get rid
I
of him
can't
now?
lie to you, you
Can
were
we just
saying
get rid
that's
of him
another
now?
player, yeah?
I don't
You
want
were
to see him
saying
again. I don't
Isn't
want to
that
see him
another
again.
corner?
You were saying he was a good player, but I'm really not a
Look at
fan of
this.
Lascelles.
Nah.
I think he's
Head's gone.
very,
sloppy.
very basic
He's not
as a centre back.
He obviously can't be fit, but he's not good enough, man.
I think he's good for like a high-level contending championship club, if that makes sense.
He had an amazing season in 2017-18 when he was even linked to an England call-up. And he's like, since then, mate, injuries, and he's just not good enough, man. Look at him, he's so off the pace. How can the captain let that ball come across his 6-yard line there?
But do you remember I said to you before the game, Lascelles, Willock, Wilson, they're all coming back from injuries.
Yeah.
You've got to capitalise on these guys being half match fit.
Which you-
International break, they won't have got their rhythm. This is the game where you catch them.
Which he just have done, especially
Look.
with Lascelles.
Even Willock, I mean,
He hasn't touched the
scored
ball.
yet, has he?
He hasn't touched the ball. No, he hasn't scored yet this
Hasn't
season.
scored yet.
Mr. Sitter at Watford.
What were we saying? Purple patch last year, yeah?
Starting to look like that.
I mean, that was a ridiculous turn of form as well, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Seven goals.
Everything he touched was going in.
Anyway, this is good. This is
Yeah, we
good.
go. Yeah, we go.
This
Yeah,
is
we go.
just
Just
a
smack
minute.
him on the
Yeah, we go.
half.
Yeah, we go, baby! Let's go, baby!
Oh, that was a great run by St.
Skippy.
Maximin, man.
Skippy.
He should have kept going off it,
He should
man.
have. He should have.
Shouldn't have passed it.
St. Maximin, everyone else is
There
shit.
you
Don't
go.
pass.
Composure now,
Why
Sonny.
did he pass it? Keep going, man.
I thought St. was going to do a mad one there.
That's it.
Brilliant
Keep the ball.
run.
Keep the ball. I actually think going a goal down early on was probably the best thing that happened to us. Makes the game less nervy. Final third, bro.
Yes, feed him, Joe. Feed him.
And picking up the ball there.
Wilson's in. Wilson's in.
Wilson.
Oh, he's took it too wide.
Wilson where? Wilson.
Oh, that's a good. Oh! That could have went in.
That was scary,
Just
bro.
missed there by Joe Linton.
Oh my
Hey.
days.
Oh,
That was scary, bro.
Oh my
great
days.
bit of skill there by Wilson. It could have went in.
You see the nutmeg for the through ball as well?
Yeah, brilliant.
Saucy.
Oh, I thought he took it too wide, yeah, so he didn't give himself a shot, but what a run by
Oh,
Now, Emerson, man, please.
just
Just some respect
Through
on your
Emerson.
family name.
Emerson.
We got to remove the Royale from the back. Please.
Just
Emerson.
Emerson.
That's it. We can't have this.
Oh, you're talking
Sit your
inches
ass
away
down.
from the equaliser there,
Sit your
inches
ass
away.
down.
It's coming, don't worry. St. Max.
I might do my hair like Maximan next week.
Joe Linton's gone down. He's actually
Get the
been playing
Gucci
very well.
headband on, mate.
Rabadam says being bought by the devil doesn't seem to help them. All the hate is coming in already, Matty.
Oh,
It's
hey,
coming
saying
in
the
already.
shape time.
I should have stayed in Newcastle, shouldn't I, mate? Oh, don't know.
And
know,
One
really-
Rovers vlog says, big up Robbie and the panel. Keep up the class content. Was quality meeting you the other night at the FCA's. Big up, bro.
You lot are really trying to kick the shit out of us. I've seen Emerson go down, I've seen Reguilon go down, and Dom go down.
Reguilon coming back on there. It's been a good game.
Definitely.
It has been a
Very
good game.
Very good game. So, Donald Duck says same old Newcastle. KC2 says to the Spurs guy, Newcastle will win the league before Spurs.
It wouldn't
Enjoy
surprise
your
me,
silly celebrations while you can.
Hey, bro. Hey, you think that's just the facts of the matter? I know I support Spurs. I know we don't win much silverware. We got to take what we can
Don't
when we
win
get
any.
it.
Much.
Listen, yeah? You ain't winning much lately as well, yeah? So,
Yeah, we won more than you recently.
listen, you're Arsenal.
FA Cup.
Listen, you shouldn't even be comparing yourself to us. You're the great Arsenal. You
Yeah,
should
I
be there
don't- I'm not
competing with
comparing
the
us, sir.
Cities and Chelseas, you know what I mean? So
I'm not comparing to you.
I'm just saying right now.
Is that a foul?
Oh,
Yeah.
Skip. This guy, Caleb T, says, I find Amanda Staveley attractive.
I knew it was only a matter of time before that comment came.
It's got nothing to do with the amount of money she might have.
sugar mummy, yeah? Sugar mummy.
Listen, I'll take that sugar mummy roll any day.
Oh,
Sean says,
please.
come on, tune.
Give me allowance.
sponsor me channel if she wants to.
Whatever, chat with Matty, you know what I mean? Longstaff got put there.
Late and clumsy, Sean.
What'd you make of him? Should have sold him to United when the offer came?
We should have snapped their hands off, mate. What,
can't
40, 50 million pound they were going to pay for him after that unreal first year?
Mate, nothing. I could think of nothing worse than a midfield duo.
One of your own,
Tom
man.
and Longstaff.
Longstaff basically is McTominay, to be honest.
Louis Ashton says, what happened to the other Longstaff brother?
Matty's on loan at Aberdeen because
Aberdeen?
Bruce fell out with him. So he just couldn't get a sniff in. Bruce fell out with him, sent him on loan to Aberdeen. It's crazy, isn't it?
Which one of them was it that came in scoring the goals?
Matty, the
younger one,
little
isn't it? Yeah.
And that's the one they loaned out?
He's on loan to Aberdeen, yeah.
He was the one I thought was better, weirdly. I don't know.
He was. He is a good little player, Matty. But him and Bruce had a falling out. Never give him a chance.
She'll be back then.
Considering you lot don't make many academy players as well, you'd think you'd keep the ones.
We have to keep that homegrown talent for the quarter.
Nah, I like this. I ain't seen Newcastle in our box for a minute now.
That's just
Keep it
though. It's
that way.
just like one little flash.
It's whenever ASM gets on the ball is when I'm a little
You
nervous.
see one through ball and that'll be it.
This guy Joe Linton is a battering ram.
He's winning everything now.
He's better. He's so much better on the left, man. Instead of trying to mould him into the number 9, he's not.
Yeah, 'cause
We just admitted defeat and just put him away.
he's not a finisher.
But
But he's a handful.
Too
He's a
often you
handful.
see him do all the hard work it takes to get in the position to score, and then he fucks
Yeah.
up the finish. And it's
He's
like,
finishing so
brother.
Come on.
There's
Come on, Joe Willock.
Willock in.
Let us see something. See
Willock ain't
something.
got legs like that.
Go
You
on,
can
Willock,
catch
lad.
him, Højbjerg.
That's a
Easy.
decent
Go on,
Now
Joe.
get rid of that.
Do you know
Oh, Wilton.
Take
Oh, sorry,
throw.
that was good. Oh, that was poor. He had time.
Skip.
Shouldn't be getting the
I
ball
love
nicked
that
off in
mopping
there.
up.
Nah.
I love that mopping up,
That's
Skip.
great.
Play on, play on.
Get on your man.
Reverse. Look at Endon.
Look, he's got a man out
My
wide
brother.
there. He found him.
Please take a
Defending's
touch
all
and hit
over the
that.
place, man.
Oh, that was a poor.
Hey, back stick. Look at Kane.
Get in there.
Oh, that's a poor pass. That's a poor pass. See, now this is worrying. Don't let ASM
Hold the lane,
get
Julian. Hold
momentum.
the lane. Make it run.
Willock's up there with him.
Behind him.
Sean Longstaff, edge of the
Skip's
box there.
doing
Get
well,
your
man.
shot away.
Skip's doing well in front of that back four. Good screening.
Coming forward again, Newcastle. So there's Willock on the
Hey,
ball.
Emerson on this side is giving me anxiety.
Richie in. Richie in.
Straight at the keeper.
Easy,
Straight at the
easy for
keeper.
Lloris. Come on, get him on the counter now. Let's go. Let's
So
go.
open this
Carry
game.
that.
Very
Carry
open,
that.
man. Wide open.
Carry that.
And you can't be wide open against Spurs, man. Not with Son and Kane and Moura. Gonna get picked
Requiem,
off.
hit the byline, my bro.
Mutasser says it's going to be 30 years to make this Newcastle team competitive. They should have bought Brentford.
They should have bought Spurs. They should have bought Spurs.
That's a violation, that, like
A
Brentford.
club in London, a club with a new stadium, new training ground, quality players there already, not far from Champions League, was in a final in 2019, were primed to be bought by some Saudis, but instead they want to go buy
They don't
Newcastle.
want to waste their money.
Waste the money.
I want to go and
Waste
Spurs,
the
man.
money.
No, Saudis don't
Anyone
want
knows
it.
what that is in London.
You see with Saudis, right? They make sound investments, man. They,
Beautiful city.
They do their due diligence. That's why they ain't come nowhere near
Yeah.
you.
Came to Newcastle, saw the Tame Bridge and thought, right, that's us.
They do their due diligence, man.
Listen,
That's
man.
why they didn't come near you, lot, man.
Let's be real.
A
The
man said to
reality
them,
is,
say
them man take one
Oh,
stroke.
Julian, no, sauce. That was a free kick.
Get out,
That's a foul.
get out,
Oh,
man.
yeah, man, that's a free kick
That
all
was a
day.
foul. I thought
You're
it was a
6'5"
foul.
and you're falling like that. Come
That
on,
was
man.
a foul. He clipped it.
Nah. Less of that.
He did clip him there.
Nah, the only thing I would say is if the Saudis obviously did walk through Tottenham, I think that would be enough alone to not want to buy the club.
Stick a foot in, maybe.
Yeah. They walked down there to check out the ground.
Abramovich, same
Couple
thing.
of the
Remember,
man
Abramovich wanted to buy Tottenham, then said, hey,
Couple of
these,
the man
these
just
ends,
said,
you know,
yeah.
saw King's Road and said, yep, that's the club I'm buying. Hey, man.
Oh, that's how.
Hey, hands up!
Is anybody going to
Hey.
react?
About, hey, kill him. Oh,
And fuck me, how's he just
Forget
walking about?
ASM, man.
Walking
What's
about?
up with this Newcastle defence? man?
ASM. It's the real
What
show.
about defenders here? What about Fabian Schär and that? They do a
Exactly,
better job.
man. Fabian Shaw and
Fabian
Fernandez
Schär.
are on the bench.
I mean, what are they
Bruce,
doing?
man. Bruce. Bruce, man. Oh, my days.
Corner anyway to Tottenham. Every time they come forward at the moment, they're not going to score. The defence of Newcastle looks so
Hey,
shaky.
Romero, I would love one from you
Please,
today, my bro.
please, not another one before half
Icing
time.
on
Son with a delivery.
Don't ruin this for me.
Icing on the cake. Give me that, bro.
It's off the bar by Lucas Moura, I think that was.
Hey, he leapt like a salmon,
Oh,
bro.
Richie, man.
Yeah, it was Lucas Moura off the bar.
How we letting Lucas Moura win
That's
headers?
free.
He got Lascelles 6'7". Knee one.
Hey,
It's a great
I've had
header.
enough. Look at Lascelles.
Nah, that's
Great,
a
look,
great
he's
jump.
wide. Look at him.
That's
No
a
one's
great
near
jump.
him.
Look at Lascelles, man.
He's
I've had
unlucky there, to be
enough.
honest.
I've had enough me of this. And
unlucky.
I can't-
Nobody near him, man. Where's the marking?
I can't wait for January.
Yeah. Now they're
Now
looking forward
Kane's
to
scoring.
January. Hey, go on. Hey, that's a pen.
Nah.
Nah. Kane's not even appealing. He normally dives, isn't it? There's actually good defending there by Hayden, even though he was on the wrong side. How are they making
Hey, that's
Harry
good
Kane
feet.
just look at that.
Richie,
feet.
man. It's these
Hey.
waste.
Hey. Who knew Harry Kane had feet like that, huh?
So many dead players at the club, man. Matt Ritchie, Jamal Lascelles. Fucking get out, man.
My man's getting everybody out already. Everyone's gone.
Hey, I love it.
Son with the delivery.
5 minutes at half time.
Come on, just one more before the half. And we can
What's the
coast this.
referee?
Well, what we're looking at here, don't tell
Regular
me.
and pointing out something.
There's a streaker on the pitch, I think.
No, maybe someone's thrown something or said something or there's some sort of problem.
What?
Oh shit, what's happened here?
What's going on?
Nah,
They're all pointing over to the other side. Has somebody, as a fan, had a problem or something?
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Because they're all calling over people to the other side. This is strange.
I think it's fans. Something's happened with
Yeah,
fans.
someone needs a defib, I think, a fan.
Oh shit.
Someone was pointing to the chest pumping.
Is that what they're pointing to?
Yeah, they were saying, get the defib. Wow.
Oh, that's scary, that man.
That
Let's
is
up.
crazy.
The Dyer's going into...
Yeah,
he's
even
telling
he's
his
saying they
medics
need a
to get out
defib.
there. That is a defib
Yeah.
he's got in. That is a defibrillator he's got in there. So they're calling him over for a fan. Shrev says, Spurs fan, oh, the players are coming off the pitch by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Are they, or are they playing back on?
He's saying everybody off, I think.
The players are coming off the pitch by the looks of it to deal with this issue.
Wow.
Jesus, man.
Yo, man, I hope he's okay.
Nuno's not too happy about it by the looks of it.
I've never seen this before in the Premier League.
No,
No,
not to call the players off.
Nuno's not happy that they're coming off. Obviously, his team's on top, so he doesn't want to come off at the moment, but they are coming off the pitch
But that's
while they deal with this. I've never seen this before in football, but it looks like, well, they're just going to the side. They're not going down the tunnel by the looks of it. But it looks like a fan's got a problem, and they're going over to try and deal with it.
Horrible seeing stuff like that, man.
They've not got an ambulance around here or something. That's where they normally do pitch side.
Huh?
Yeah, they
They
do.
usually got an ambulance team or something.
Not every ground. I mean, they'll have access to getting to an ambulance, but you know, not always. You know, not every ground's got space to get an ambulance on or whatever.
It's a shame. Good game so far, though.
It has been a great game so
Has
far.
been, eh?
Just a reminder, 2-1 at the moment.
And Dom.
Great start by Wilson, right there with a great header. Then Ndombele. The players are coming back on the pitch now. Ndombele with the equaliser, fantastic goal, and then Harry Kane scoring when the Newcastle player switched off thinking he was offside, but he was onside, and it's currently 2-1 to Tottenham, bursting the bubble a bit of Newcastle after the brilliant atmosphere that was created before the game. Yeah, some people are saying that apparently a fan looks like he might have had a heart attack.
Oh, God.
So that's probably why they've fair play to the to Regulon and the players and that for calling the medics over to deal with that, you know, and not just playing on. So that's great.
I think the fans were shouting, weren't they? They were shouting at the players.
Yeah.
The players were like looking over and reacted straight away.
Someone's saying it's a steward,
Is it?
and other people say it's a Newcastle fan. I don't
Try and
know.
have a look, see what.
But it's stopped the game, and the players are still on the side at the moment. And a lot of discussions going on amongst the Newcastle players. Clark, Lascelles, all talking about what they should have done, but didn't do. You know what I mean? Anyway, Fuad, you feeling a lot better about the game now?
I am in all honesty. I think starting off, naturally they was going to have that early momentum, early buzz. And listen, they got the goal in 2 minutes. They were playing Brazil 98 samba football for the first 10 minutes. I thought, yo, this is going to get ugly today. But then as, you know, you've got to keep that, it's a long game. You've got to keep that going throughout the game. And thankfully, we've actually had a bit of quality with Dyer, the long ball to Reguilon, and then Ndombele stepping up. Those are the two players I said before the game was over going to be key. Kane and Ndombele, two players who've massively underperformed start of the season. This is the kind of game they needed. So I hope this fan is okay because I need to finish this game. I need to see this deflation of Newcastle fans.
Matty, what's gone wrong, man? Great start. And then I don't know.
It's just this always happens under Steve Bruce, man. He'll hold out for a 1-0. We've scored after 2 minutes. Instead of trying to build on it, we've just tried to hold on to it. I think in a way that the early goal mightn't have been the best thing because we just seem to sit off and let Spurs have the ball. The major problem is the defending. The defending, it's no wonder we're in the bottom 3 with this defending. This is championship defending, man. We've got Lascelles back today, meant to be the captain. He must be about 30% fit and he's just 70% not good enough. He's so poor. We've given him so much time and space.
30% fit and 70% not good enough.
It's good that now.
100% trash.
off the dome that as well.
Hey.
Oh,
It's true, man. Just take the rest of the team. God almighty. 7 minutes at a time as well, yeah.
The referee's asking to find out what's happened to the
But
fan. Apparently, both sets of medics from both clubs have run up into the stands to help this person out. Brian Henry says, tell Fuad 98 was France, not Brazil.
No, but the Brazil team of the 98, if you remember the airport advert, they had all the Brazilian Jugger Benito stars. Come on, bro. You weren't around. That's how I know you weren't outside them times, man.
Looks like they're going off. They're coming off completely by the looks of it.
We can't carry on. I don't
Really?
get it, though. It's not actually affecting the game per
Ah,
se.
no, it's a bit-
I get.
I can understand why they take them off. Because if you know,
So then is that the end of the first half, or are we going to come back
well,
out?
no, I would presume that they'll resume the first half.
yeah, it's probably a good idea, isn't it, really?
Listen, you can't
Just
play
have the
on-
added time at the start of the second
You
half,
can't
kind of
be
thing.
playing on football when someone's in the stands fighting for their life. You know what I mean? I don't think it would be appropriate at all. So no, I think that's the right decision to take them off the pitch. And they've gone to a break now in the football. Joey News says youth development has to be at the top of the list for what has to be done at Newcastle. I need to see an 18-year-old Geordie as a Golden Boy nominee. That's what he's saying.
We need to try and bring back through the likes of Paul Gascoigne, Alan Shearer, players like that. Find the next one.
But that's the kind of smart building and recruitment I was saying earlier. It's like it can't just be splash of cash. It's build the team and build the club right, I think.
Like, look
And
at
the
what-
academy is definitely one way to go, I think.
Look at what City have done with the Etihad campuses and the Phil
But
Foden's.
they're planning to do all that, aren't they? They're planning to build the academy. They're planning
Women's
to
team.
do stuff to the women's team. They're planning to do stuff to the actual city as well. Aren't they?
Infrastructure, community, and the hospitals and schools and everything. So it's a huge thing for the region, not just for the football club. Like when we're being serious, you know what I mean?
I think you see that as well when good owners usually take it with City, with Leicester. They don't just have an impact on the
Leicester,
club, it's
yeah.
the whole community they have an effect on. And I think that's what football is essentially meant to do.
It should be.
Bring
That's
the
what
whole
it should be
community
about.
together, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, these have obviously came from Saudi Arabia, but they've had more communication and they get the city more than Mike Ashley ever did. They've already shown the care more than he
Yeah.
did in 14 years. They've shown that in 2 weeks.
Right, so just looking at some of the things they were saying that the camera's not focusing on the incident, that there is a crowd of medics attending to someone in the east stand at St James's Park. It seems like fans started signalling to the players and the referee to get medical attention before Oliver Skipp and Eric Dyer run over to the dugout gesturing for a stretcher and a defibrillator. So that's sort of suggesting that somebody in the stands has had a heart attack, and they're having to do with that, and they've stopped the game now. The players have gone into the changing rooms. Not sure what they'll do, if they'll come out, because they still had about 4 minutes to play of that half, didn't they? So I don't know if they'll come out and play that last 4 minutes. Who knows if they'll come out at all? You know,
That's the thing,
God
yeah.
forbid it was a fatal thing. Would it be right to play on? I don't know. It's a really really sad situation that we're seeing at the moment. Let's hope that whoever it is going to pull through from this, and is actually going to be all right. That's the main thing. It's more important than a
100%.
game of football.
Yeah.
So I think the right decision has been taken for them to come off the pitch. I think it wouldn't be right to keep playing on.
Mind you, it reminds me of a similar situation with Ericsson, wasn't it? With the Euros.
Yeah, but you know, this is a bit different because there's someone in the stands. It's not a player, but it doesn't matter. He's still got to have. He's still a human being.
Still a
so
person, isn't it?
it's still the same sort of situation, I believe. So yeah, let's wait and see what happens with this situation. The game with Eriksen, they did actually play on.
They asked the
But
players,
that
wasn't it?
was because, of course,
Scheduling and stuff on it.
well, no, that was, of course, they said that Eriksen said he was okay, or he actually said to the players to play on, didn't he?
Yeah,
From
he
the
said
hospital,
he said to the players he was okay to play on, but then I think they asked the players, and the players were kind of stuck because it was either play the game now, where you're kind of in a shock mind state, or you had to literally forfeit the game, which I don't think obviously anybody wants to do. But then they ended up losing anyway, so it's kind of mad. But
Tony Stark says Newcastle need an experienced manager with European experience. Nuno in, he says.
That sentence didn't go.
I was like, yeah, I'm with it. Man took a left turn.
He's trying to get rid of Nuno.
Listen, Nuno, Ali, Ben Davies, I think that's like a solid starting block to build on. And I think, listen, like Davinson Sanchez, I think we'd give you probably a decent discount as well, but it's up to you.
We're going on the sellers, I'll take it.
Newcastle have tweeted that play has been been temporarily stopped due to concern for a supporter in the stand. So that's what's
I respect that.
Newcastle have tweeted at the moment. So and I'm trying to see if I can get any more updates coming through on it. I think Mariner went over to the stewards and police in the stand, and they advised them to take the players off. So really little sad situation there. Let's hope that this fan's going to be all right, you know. But play has been suspended. The first half has been suspended. I'm not sure what they're going to do if they'll come back out. Yeah, this guy here, Ishmael, I'm not too sure it's the right time to be baiting people, mate. So, you know, when someone's just had a heart attack.
Time and a place for everything, bro.
Yeah.
David Gino.
Let's get your thoughts on the game so far, though, again. Matty.
Dream start. Absolute dream start. Couldn't have went any better. First shot of the game. Take the lead. Callum Wilson. Very good goal. Well taken header. And then we just sit off and we invite Spurs to come back in the game. We know they've got talented players that are full of threat. In on Ndombele, Son, Lucas, Kane. Oh, there you go, lads. Just have the game. Control the game. That was the time to kick on and dominate the game. Show who's at home. Show what we're about the day with the new era and the new atmosphere, the new buzz. Spurs come back into it, and that defending is awful. Absolutely woeful. That whole defence is gone in January. If that's what we're going to see until then, like, because then the owners must be sitting up there thinking, we've got a lot to do here. We've got a lot of work here, a lot of money that needs to be spent. Good finish by Ndombele, poor setting off, and then Harry Kane, great run, but the keeper gives him the pathway to lob him, and then he's onside, and that's it.
What about you, Fuad? I mean, it was a good comeback by Tottenham after going a goal down.
Good comeback, and character-wise, I'll say, really good. Considering playing away as well, new takeover, we saw how rocking that place was. You go 1-0 down, you start thinking this could be a slippery slope. So good character come back in. What still worries me though is the lack of identity the Spurs team have going forward or on the ball. We don't seem like we can really string 4 or 5 passes together to actually get into the final third. It's always got to be a bit of individual brilliance, whether that's Ndombele's goal, for example, Harry Kane doing a little run. And we have quality players, but I think the cohesiveness for me isn't there. So even second half, if we do when we come back out, I'm not 100% confident we've still got this wrapped. But it's good. It's good what I'm seeing. And considering Villa, we kind of turned it around. This is more of the same. So
yeah, Harry Kane, his first goal of the season. How big is that for? Massive.
When you're a player of his quality, you can't go on droughts like this for too long. We said his longest drought before this was a 4-game spell in 15-16. 6 games we're on now. And he loves a game against Newcastle. I said it before this game. Him and Ndombele are 2 players who this season have been poor. And if your best players aren't performing, it's hard for your team to reach its maximum. If those 2 can turn up and actually contribute, it can easily turn a result like where we're getting hammered 1-0 in the first 10 minutes to all of a sudden we're in control now 2-1. So quality makes a difference. It's needed. Kane stepping up for the rest of the season is massive for Spurs. This is top goal scorer and top assister last year. Let's not forget. This is our entire offense last year. So if he's not performing, it's a big, big problem for us, man.
Offense.
I've been watching a lot of NFL.
I've been watching a lot of
NFL. He is a Spurs fan. It is an NFL stadium, isn't it? So
I don't blame you for that.
who's playing at the Spurs stadium today? Miami Dolphins, isn't it?
I set myself
Miami
up.
Dolphins,
I set
baby.
myself up there. I can't even.
Oh my God.
Ace Ventura on them, man. You know?
Oh, don't kill me, man.
Oh my days, man.
But
The game's been so open though. For a Premier League game, it's been so open. When you think you can see both managers don't have any tactics.
Yeah.
It's just like give the ball to the best players and see what they can do. The game's been so end to end.
what you said there, it hit the nail on the head. I think the two managers, Newcastle fans have their issues with Steve. We have our issues with Nuno, and I think it's both the same thing where there's a lack of identity, there's a lack of cohesiveness, a lack of creativity, any will to attack, and it's all reliant on individual brilliance. Whether it's ASM breaking through and working something, Kane and Endom, and I don't know, man. But as you say, it's been an end-to-end game because of that as well. So.
It's been a good, entertaining game.
Well, as the real Femi says, prayers with the fan.
Yeah.
We're still waiting to see what's going to happen, but at the moment, the players haven't come back out onto the pitch. So I wonder will they come out and play those, if they, as I said, if they do indeed come back out, but will they come out and play those last minutes of the game?
I think they
Then
should just
go
close
in?
the half.
I think it should just be half
close
time
the
now.
half,
Give them
yeah.
15, 20 minutes and then hopefully we hear some good news from
Well,
the
do you
fan.
think they played out, if they went to half time, played, say, 4 minutes of the game that's left, then immediately turn around and then start the second half? Do you think they do it that way?
I think they should just come out and play 50 odd minutes. That's what they should do, just come out and play
Yeah.
50 odd minutes.
That could work as well, actually.
Just count this as a half time now, have 15, 20 minutes, come out and play, 52 minutes or whatever it will
Yeah.
be? And just do that.
Probably have to
Depending
make
on
the
what
subs
happens
a
in the
little later,
stands.
but hey.
Well,
Where do you think?
we're still waiting to, they haven't resumed the game yet. They're still just breaking the game. A stadium announcement apparently has just stated that the players will be returning to the pitch shortly to conduct a warm-up.
A warm up.
All right, so
Yeah, you're going to need to warm up a little bit after cooling off.
that means they're going to be coming back on, hopefully.
Oh, my phone's going mental because I was on before the game apparently. Sky Sports team asked me to use my coverage I was on the game before, I was on Sky Sports before the game.
Oh, is
But
he
they
talking
didn't-
about Newcastle?
Aye, but they didn't even ask us. They must have just clipped up one of my streams and didn't even ask us.
Hey,
Well, they need to pay you for that.
we
Aye,
need
no.
the dineros. Yeah.
I'm going to be sending
Recognition is nice, but make sure you get the bank account right, yeah?
send
Big
the
up Skip
invoice.
Bayless.
Where's the invoice?
I mean,
Yeah, all these spammers, please don't be spamming up in the chat. He says, I watched the stream and been supporting from day one. Big up the Skip Bayless, man. And lots of you guys saying in there, like this guy XXX says, prayers go out to the person involved and their families, hopefully the best outcome, and class from Regulon and Dyer. That was for them to go out
was,
there, man.
yeah.
So, as it's 2-1 at the moment to Tottenham, and hopefully we should get the game resumed. Matty, what do you think the outcome of the game is going to be now?
I mean, I think I said it when it was 1-0 or 1-1. I think it's going to end up like a 3-3. I think it's going to be crazy. And it was on course to be a high entertaining game, a high scoring game. I think if we get the next one, we can come right back into it. We need to see a bit more from the likes of Joe Willock and St. Maximum, get them on the ball more, have a bit of a threat more going forward. We've got Ryan Fraser, tricky little winger, on the bench. We've got John Joe Shelby, who can maybe come in, slot in the middle of the park, try and dictate play a bit. But the worry is the defence, man. The worry is just when Spurs get the ball, they're going to score. Because we're just sitting off, nobody's marking anyone. So I think there'll definitely be more goals in it. Let's just hope there's some for us.
Fuad, what do you think the outcome's going to be if they get back on there?
I'm starting to lean towards that 3-1 now, you know. No, I said, yo, if the boys turn up, it could be a 3-1. I think we've got the 2 goals. It's all just a matter of now, do Newcastle have that extra bit of quality to score another 2 goals? I don't know if they have that in their locker. The only thing is, are we going to give them the opportunity to get back in the game? That's where I worry. I think if Newcastle do get back in this game, it will be because of our own kind of self-inflicted mess. But yeah, I could see a win, in all honesty now. I'll be surprised if we don't.
Okay. Jerome says, to be honest, I don't care if they suspend the game. Big up to the players and the Newcastle fans who are quick to react. Well, the players are coming back out. It's actually 7 minutes they've still got to play of this half. So they're coming back out to now play those 7 minutes. That would indicate, hopefully, that that person is okay. Well, when I say okay, you know, I'm sure they've taken them to hospital, but maybe they've been able to revive them. Or it looks like some sort of heart attack or problem. The fans were the ones that were alerting the players, and then the players then alerted the medical team on their benches. You saw the Tottenham medical team and also the Newcastle medical team running over the defibrillators, and hopefully they've been able to revive this person. I'm sure they must have done it. They wouldn't be coming back on to play this game. So that's a situation, a really unusual situation. But I think the right thing has been done by fans and players. Well done to the fans for alerting, and well done to the players. And you know, they could have just saved somebody's life. Yeah, which is way more important than any game of football. No matter how much we love our club, and no matter how much money's involved, etc., etc.
Got to say, well done to the fans in and around that incident, because it must be quite traumatic, that, like seeing someone become ill like that, but they've reacted in the right way. You've got to think the Spurs players were the first ones to call over. Their doctor went over, Newcastle's doctor went over, and
we were saying before, like, it's never happened. We personally never seen this before, so for them to react as quick as they did as well, I think with things like this, that's always very important. So it's good to see, man.
And I think we should be saying to these lads now, like, do it for these fans. Look at how much the fans are here and the caring for the club. Let's do it for them. Let's have a reaction now. Right, the players are coming out regular on there, clapping. That's good to see. That's really good to see, actually.
Well done.
Are clapping regular on as well, and that's great to see. Yeah,
that is.
Yeah, it's class.
It's great to see. Class by Regulon and those Tottenham players who alerted.
Eric Dyer and
Eric Dyer as well, who alerted the officials.
7 minutes.
Class action. 7 minutes to be played of this half, and then I'm sure they will then turn around and go again. Right, so it was a corner. I forgot it was actually a corner to defend.
That's why Ludo
was so fit. All of a sudden, Matty's like, oh my God, I forgot it's a corner. Oh,
where's the half-time whistle? Half-time whistle, please.
I think all those...
What's Ndombele doing? Hide and seek?
What is he doing?
I'm not happy with that zonal mark, and he's just
here we go. Game resumed, and Newcastle have dealt with it.
Zonal marking is one of the worst things, I think.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I always say though, right?
It works.
Everybody moans about it, but every club does it. So it must be a better way of doing things. If every single club and every single coach, and these coaches know more than us.
I think there are obviously
if they all do it, there must be a reason.
Well, there's obviously some areas where the ball is naturally going to fall to, whether it be near post, penalty spot, or back stick. So I get some zonal markers, but I feel like any team that's just purely zonal marking and not doing any man marking, it's a bit weird.
Or it's a chance there again for Tottenham.
Son.
We got Manquillo. Have a look around.
Look at Endom.
It's going to make him skip on that.
We're sitting off again.
Nah, man, Son tried to be too selfish there. He wanted to go for the trademark whippers.
Well done, Isaac. Brilliant interception. Conjury,
well done, then, Dom. Good fight. Hey.
I wonder who the stoppage will help most. I think Tottenham at the time were really had a lot of momentum going.
Yeah.
You saw Nuno; he was very unhappy about the game getting stopped. So
I mean, imagine if we grab an equaliser here before the half-time break, it'd be huge.
Don't do this. I will lose my shit.
6 minutes to get one.
Come on, lad. See it out. See it out. Hey, Romero, composure, my friend.
Well, that worked.
That one can
Yeah, man. Too hasty, trying to get in front of the man. But he is a very aggressive front foot defender, and I can't lie, that is what I love about him. So you got to take the good with
It's
the
a
bad.
bit lackadaisy, that for me.
I wish he scuffed it. I wish he scuffed
It
it.
was a horrible bounce for him, to be fair.
Well done, Dyer.
Gabe's just the ball's flogging all over the place.
Nothing in
Get the ball
midfield.
down and
Well
play
done,
it.
Reguilon.
Oh,
That is
Reguilon
fantastic.
skilled him there.
That is
Burnt him.
fantastic.
Sean Longstaff, go to Aberdeen
That's
with
a
your
good
brother.
ball, but
Get
cut
the
out.
second. Get the second.
How much space we're giving them, man. Just sitting off.
That's the poor ball in there from
Good
Son.
job.
It's been quiet so far. But you know, players of that quality, they can be quiet for a lot of the game. And
look at
that's
that.
poor.
1 minute
Ron,
is
that's
all it
all the
takes.
idea is,
One
man.
moment.
Who fit long?
Look at Endon, my bro. Nice. Let's be smart with the possession here. Let's be
Ooh, he got
smart with the
done.
possession
There's
here.
the defenders, man.
Harry
No
Kane's
one
in,
on
he's gonna score.
Son.
There it is. Number
this
2,
one, fuck
Son.
this one.
I just said it.
this one.
They've been too quiet. You can't write him off.
Just
Poor
what we
defending
need.
again by Newcastle.
Just
3-1.
what we need.
3-1. Really shocking defending again from Newcastle. I think you know where the money needs to be spent, Matty. Jesus, that was terrible.
Waving.
I mean, first of all,
flag
that ball there,
high.
terrible. When it comes back in,
Fucking hell, man.
Lucas, that is
look
fantastic.
at it. No one's near him.
1-2
Look,
in
it
there.
stood off him.
Look at this. 1-2 in
You
there.
can see
Pop
all
it round
day
the
long.
man. Great through ball.
You can see what's going to happen.
That
How
is-
slow are we, man?
Lucas Moura on everything
Absolutely
there.
shocking defending. Who's that who dived in then like that? Was that Hayden? Who's that with the red boots there? Who's that there? Hayden,
It's
isn't it?
Hayden, yeah, Hayden.
That's terrible
Mr. Rash.
defending.
But how can we not be watching Son and Kane? You only need to watch these two players. Watch them two players and they're not going to score. They're not going to score if you mark them. They're sitting off all
3-1 to
day.
Tottenham. I think the Saudi owners
Easy
are
goals.
getting a real reality check here of what they're going to have to spend.
MashaAllah.
A lot of money.
MashaAllah. Welcome to the Premier
Assists.
League. Alhamdulillah for these 3 points. MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. Love to see it.
Show us something, show us something. Quick
lot of
one.
spending needs to be done here, mate. I'll tell you that, especially on the defence.
Full back four,
Because
mate.
attacking wise, he ain't been too bad, but
Attacking wise as well, they've
Come on.
been hitting hope with ASM, man.
defensively been awful, man.
Hey, let me not unplug this, mate.
3-1 is
Go on,
Joe
Julian.
Linton on the ball.
Is anyone going to help?
Nowhere to
Is
go.
anyone going to help? Well done, Julian. Richie's there.
He's got to get one back early if they're going to
Go on,
have a
Sid.
chance.
Hey.
Just wide.
This is the only brother we need to watch out
This
for.
is what
you
we
lock
need.
up ASM.
This is what we're hoping for, man.
Joe Linton's actually been the best player on the pitch. Sorry, best Newcastle player, should I say.
I'd say he's been a nuisance.
Look at
That's
that
a good
again, that
ball,
was his
that's
pass.
good
You know what I
play.
mean? He's played well. But the defending of
See
Newcastle has
Maxman there.
been...
Good effort.
Steve Bruce's 1,000th game not going well at all at the moment.
See what I mean? See what I mean?
What did I say before the game as well?
Why is he here,
That
man?
was going to
Why
be
is
their
he here?
holdback. Steve
All
Bruce.
they need is you've got to get through as well. It's criminal, and you've got to get through to half time without
Aye.
conceding again. I mean, that third one kind of kills it off.
Hey, don't get sloppy
Oh,
now.
that
doesn't-
Don't
no, it
get
doesn't.
sloppy
Come
now
on,
because we're
Wilson,
4 on 3.
Wilson,
Come on,
oh,
Romero.
Saka, well done. Here's
Come
the
on,
chance.
where's the fucking
Ooh.
bodies in the... there was three
Romero,
people waiting
brother,
there.
you've got to be composed.
But
Big
here now,
50
counter-attacking chance.
Hey, that's a meaty
That's
tackle
a
I like.
great tackle, actually.
That's a meaty tackle I like. I can't lie.
This game is so open, it's unreal.
Hey, I love this.
Wide open at the moment.
Dilly ding, dilly dong.
Wide open. What's Son trying to get there?
Come on, man, we got a man down. Kick the ball out.
Kick it out for what? It's not a head injury. Who's that down? Is that Kane?
Emerson,
Not
of
Kane,
course,
is it?
man. Liability.
Play past
Play
him.
on, man.
Play past him.
Come on,
Come on,
man.
lads.
What
We
was
need
you-
this. We need every advantage we
Oh
can get.
my
Go on, Sid.
God.
Willock's there from post.
Hey, ASM, please don't do that to my guy Hoiberg again, please.
Look, your player ain't kicked it out. What is he cussing the player for? You ain't got to kick nothing out, man.
Come on,
It's
man.
not a head
It's
injury,
not a
is
head
it?
injury.
Sportsmanship, man. What happened to
It's not a head
What happened
injury.
to sportsmanship,
It's
man?
not, no, and then watch that. Watch him get up and run off.
Sportsmanship, man. We got to care for each
Any
other.
money he gets up.
We're all professionals out here.
Less than sportsmanship.
Play
man.
on, man. I know that annoys me sometimes to watch Arsenal. We be kicking it out. Kick out for what? Play on. It's not a head injury.
We're in the bottom three.
referee. That's the referee's job to stop the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't. And you watch this guy get up and run off. Look. Oh, come on.
Are you having a laugh?
Hey,
Are you
nah,
having
I
a
can't
laugh
lie.
with me?
I'm
You
disgusted.
wanna do
I'm
that?
disgusted.
Stop the game for that.
No, I'm disgusted.
Stop the game for that.
Hey, get this.
He should be sent off for
Having
that.
a laugh, bro.
Get him off
Hey,
for that.
Emerson, my brother.
That's
Stop
really
the game for that.
Pattern up.
red card.
Pattern up,
Red
please.
card offence.
Stop the game for that.
Nah, that's poor. I'm sorry. That's pathetic. Not even
Disgusting,
poor.
man.
That's pathetic. All right, Nuno. I see the tash.
Nino's feeling happy about
Some
things.
flicks.
This would be a big win for Spurs. Eh? It's
Listen,
like,
Emerson
taking-
injured. Get him off. Get him off. It's okay. It's okay. Tanganga. Go get warmed up, son. 7 minutes gone now. Can we blow the whistle, please? Hey, he's high-fiving him even though he cooked him 2 minutes ago.
If this result stays the same, you know it takes Tottenham up to fifth.
Nuno in.
Robbie.
Nuno in.
As
Nuno in.
my good friend Culture Cam says, we move in silence.
You don't
We
move no
in
silence. What silence? Yeah, it would take you up to fifth place.
Interesting.
You're gonna win the league again.
Interesting.
You're gonna win the league
Hey,
again.
that was it, not me. Hey, leave the title talk.
Back on. The league's back on.
The pre-Christmas.
Actually, it would take you up to. It would take you up to fifth on 15 points, 9 points off the top.
Who's top at the minute, Liverpool or Chelsea?
Chelsea.
Yeah. I had a
Anyway,
yeah,
it looks like
yesterday.
that's half time.
Some good news as well, Robbie. Some good news is that the supporter has been stabilised and taken to hospital.
Oh, that's great news. That's great news.
Great news.
The relaxing way calls him Emerson Susan Boyal.
Big up Sue boy there.
Anyway, half time, Matty. 3-1 down.
Yeah.
Let me get that checkbook out, mate. That defence that I saw there today.
I mean, it's a good job we're getting taken over, isn't it? Because we are in the mud. We are so far in the mud. It hurts. It really hurts to see this. Like, our defence, man. I'm telling you, who's left? Who's going to be left in this team? This time next year, I'm sitting on this sofa and I don't want to see anybody on that pitch but Wilson and St. Maximin. That's it, man. I don't want to see anybody else. It's a joke, man. It's no wonder we're in the bottom three. Relegation material, man. This defending.
Imagine that thing that guy said earlier about you going down and the Saudis having to spend money to get you back up into the
Probably the
Premier
most
League.
Newcastle thing ever would be
But the
being the
thing-
richest club in the world and being in the championship.
Would that be the worst thing ever? It'd just be starting fresh because they bounce straight back up. Let's be honest. They'd probably get a chance to blood some youngsters, I think, and then they'd probably be able to get a lot of that deadwood that he's talking about.
We're
off
not-
the
I
bench
mean,
as well.
Listen, you don't
Steve-
wanna go
Steve
down,
Bruce-
You don't want to go
Sets
down,
back
but if
your
that
Steve
happens,
plans.
Bruce-
I don't think it's the worst thing in the world.
Steve Bruce got this team to a 12th place finish last year, so we're not going to get relegated, especially with money to spend in January. We're not going to get relegated. We're saying 4, 5, 6
Too good
players.
to go down.
Well, I said that in 2009 when we had Michael Owen up front. So, we will be safe, but the quicker we get a manager in that knows tactics, the better.
Fuad looking good.
It's looking good. And listen, I said we need a goal to kind of bury this off. I said in the second half, but it's come before the half. I think 3-1 now. There should be no way we kind of give this up or give any hope. And it's exactly what I said before the game. Newcastle can have all the fanfare and all the love now and excitement of the money, but the squad is still the same squad. They're still winless. They're still in a relegation zone, and we have to give them that reality check. And that's what I saw in the first half. So honestly, really happy. Can't complain. I wish we played more like a team, but We're winning.
And Steve Bruce, I mean, this is his 1,000th game. He wouldn't be happy with what he's seen from his defence.
Let's hope it's not 1,001 next week, because I cannot deal with it. I don't want 1,001 games for Bruce next week. I don't. I cannot deal with another game. Got Palace away next week. He better not be there. Just put anybody in charge, man. Anybody. Get Amanda Staveley in the dugout. I don't care. I'll have anybody. Caretaker job, you know what I mean? Simpsons, I don't care. Just get someone in there. Get anybody in there. Because this cannot carry on, man.
I mean, as it stands,
hopeless.
Game finishes like this today, you're still second from bottom on 3 points.
We went worse. The results went in our favour yesterday. We went up to 18th, and now the goal difference has took us back down to 19th. Oh my days!
Southampton won yesterday as well. They were one of the other winless teams. So
1-0 against Leeds.
So you'll be second from bottom. Mavru says he's going to get sacked at half time.
Do it.
Alex says
that would raise the roof. Do it.
Listen,
if Bruce doesn't come out second half, everyone would go absolutely
mental.
mental.
That happened to Martin Yeo at Spurs, trust me. Yeah, Martin Yeo got sacked at half time. Daniel Levy.
I forgot about that, that's mad.
Alex says get Ant and Deck in the change room.
Aye.
Ollie to Newcastle says JP. Oh boy.
No.
Big Sam.
Big Sam will probably save him from relegation in March.
Mind you, he was there, wasn't he?
He was. Ashley sacked him. That was his first thing he did.
I feel like that was the beginning of the end for Newcastle when Allardyce came in.
Ashley
the
sacked.
beginning of the end of the good times, shall I say? Because before that, you guys were actually UEFA Cup regulars, Champions League just a couple of years before that.
Top 6 all the time.
Can you get back into this?
I think we can. If we get an early goal, there's nothing stopping us. We have seen how open this game is. We have seen there's chances. We've seen it's end-end. I think we've only had one shot on target and scored with it, and that was 2 minutes in. St. Maximin's put one wide. We've been in and around the box with Joe Linton, but the final ball hasn't been good enough. Get a goal before 65 minutes. We only need one more to equalise that.
And I think that's the thing with this Tottenham team. They always give you
get Shelby on, get Fraser on, get Lascelles off.
From what I've seen, you could get a goal back, but I can see them scoring a couple more, man. Your defence is absolutely shocking.
He did, why did he tell you to play it?
No, I think so.
I've been ignoring it for a reason, mate.
What did the expression say?
I haven't even seen
Let's say what you said.
Put it on the mic. Put it on
loudspeaker. Put it near your phone.
Mate, I'm in London, you know. I'm comfy after this, mate. Full time. I'm at the tube to your house, mate. Right, okay.
Right, let's see what you have to say.
What you telling me? Harry Cross say you know the restaurant. Jeez, man, is my man ready to tango in the bad boy blood? Just know 2-1 blood. Jeez, you pussy all that. Just know.
What a dickhead. What a dickhead.
Hey, you gotta love a bit.
Tony Slots says Newcastle went in the mud when Suarez scored that goal. But the money's still coming.
The money's still coming.
The money's still coming. There's still.
We're in it for the long term. Yeah.
And the thing is,
future's still bright. Don't worry about it.
So earlier on, we were talking about signings as well, and I noticed it was a lot of midfielders and forwards. You've seen your defence is probably your biggest issues. If you had to
defenders,
pick a couple of defenders that you think could come in now realistically and fix the problem, who are some of the names you'd think of?
I would be looking around and being a bit realistic. I'd bring in people like James Tarkowski from Burnley, established Premier League player, had a few international caps, solid, knows he's going to do a job.
They're not exactly doing defending very well.
And then who else could we nick from like top 6 clubs?
Do you know who I think?
Look around there.
You could almost make like a centrepiece of the team. John Stones.
John Stones hasn't played for City, has he?
This season, Laporte and Diaz look the preferred option, and I think if you guys are obviously willing to give him, I don't know, 60, 70 million, whatever, you could have him. He's what, 25, 26? You could probably have him in as the core of your team for the best part of 6 or 7 years. England international as well, and I think
Captain,
this could be the club where
I'm just
thinking
player.
of options.
That's one player. See, he may not necessarily come because he's already at her.
But he's won everything. And now you're on the bench.
Well, he ain't won the Champions League yet.
You can now earn the same big money, except you're the face of a new project.
Yeah.
You could sell it to.
I don't think he'd leave City.
No.
Look at the space I mean, you're having a go at, we're having a go at the defenders. Where's the midfield?
No midfield.
Look at that.
No
Look at Ndombele
Look at how
puts the
far
ball up
away
here.
Hayden is.
You cannot give any professional footballer that sort of space from midfield,
you know what
especially a player of that ability. You've got, I mean, it's a great finish.
Do you know who we need in midfield? Calvin Phillips. Sign him up straight away.
Calvin Phillips or somebody else.
From Leeds, you know, mid-table Leeds, no disrespect to Leeds, still a big club.
Somebody
Hometown
like
boy though.
It's going to be hard to prize him away,
That's
I
what
suppose.
I think. I think the hometown, unless it was like
this
a
is
certain...
short. Again, this is poor defending, wasn't it?
Look at
Do you know
Darwin.
what I realised with the back three though, yeah, is if the wing backs are not tucking in and giving you that kind of support, the front three will always be left 3-on-3 with them. So it's always dangerous. And you get one ball like that.
You know,
can
with
split
the
the whole back
offside
three.
rule, right? You know, there's been all this debate, like in the Nations League final the other day. When you think about that offside as well, the guy's standing miles offside, and then he
allowed to
runs
come
back
back
in
on.
and just spins,
Yeah.
gets himself. But you haven't really come back in. Listen, he's the goal's onside. He's broken no rules, right? But is that rule really right when you think about it? Because
I know, I
I
just
think so.
he's standing a mile offside,
Yeah,
yeah?
I think so.
And then he's not really come back officially onside. He's run and bent his run, so he's slightly, for momentarily, he's become back onside, then gone.
Because if we start
That's a
ruling
bit of
those
an
goals
unfair.
out, I feel like we're making it easy for centre backs if we
Too
start
easy.
ruling those goals out.
Too
Because
easy.
that's where, for me, a centre back's concentration should be. Even though the man's pretending to tie his shoelaces offside, it's
very difficult.
Be on the 360. Be
But
on
that
the lookout.
isn't it very difficult to, like, if somebody's walking back like that, isn't it very difficult to make sure that you're aligned? I don't know.
No, because I'm thinking, if you're a centre back, for example, and you're marking a striker, all of a sudden you've pushed the high line up, striker's back there offside. You've got nobody to mark. Your one job should be, where is he? I need to keep my eye on him. If he now
it wasn't
spins back
him.
onside,
It wasn't
you're
that-
sleeping. You're sleeping as a centre back, in my ideas. And if you're sleeping as a centre back, you didn't watch him do that run or whatever, and then now you've conceded a goal, and you want, oh no, he was offside, so I shouldn't watch him if he's offside. Nah, you've got to keep your eyes on the game all the time for me. I think.
Yes, it's very hard to defend that.
So excited, so excited.
I wish I left after 2 minutes.
Lee Deaton says Newcastle should buy someone like John McGinn. John McGinn,
Yeah.
quality player. He's quality. Actually.
Aye, John McGinn be a very good
Goal and
signing.
assist yesterday.
Fuad, his
I'd
joke
take
says
John
Chuck.
McGinn all day.
Chucks. Newcastle, Stewie's TV says Newcastle going to be the richest club in the history of the Championship.
I was waiting for the end of that line. I was like, where's this going?
We're not going
should
down.
buy
I
Werner.
guarantee you now we're not going down.
Says that good down. Newcastle by Werner. Going free Donny van der Beek from Newcastle, says Arvin.
Yeah.
Nathan Ake, Levi says, would be easy to get for Newcastle. Also, snap up Max Aarons, Tarkowski, and suddenly the defence looks a lot better. What do
Max
you think?
Aarons is a good shout. Max Aarons is a
Max
very,
Aarons,
very good player.
Tarkowski, I can hear. Nathan Ake, I'm like,
Nathan
Coutinho
Ake's-
He's
to the
okay at
tunes,
Bournemouth.
says the relaxing
Coutinho,
way.
I think Coutinho may be our marquee signing.
that maverick piece that you have.
I
that-
think Coutinho could be our version of Rubinho. Do you know,
Yeah.
like a big name player. He's done it in the Prem.
and
bring
other
him
players
back.
will look at that and think, Coutinho's gone there. Let me
that's
link
a
up with him, yeah.
big
Curtis
move.
Jones on loan, says teams on the tin. Martial from Man United, says Marvu.
Yeah,
That's not a bad shout.
that was a big link last week, wasn't it?
Mazza
Martial?
says you can have Billy Sharp for 50 million. Sancho to Newcastle, says Khalid.
Already?
Sancho?
Already? They want him out. Rah! Hey, United
Neo
fans-
says Cantwell.
Cantwell, good little player. Gallagher as well.
Tom
Who's
C
at West
says, what
Brom?
about Harry Winks?
Nah.
Maitland-Niles says Faisal.
He stinks.
Harry
Maitland,
Winks for a fiver, says Chen.
Listen, I'll
Too
taxi him
big
up there
time for
myself.
Winks and Maitland Niles now, man. Do you know what I mean?
Selfie boy Dylan says Lamptey at right back.
Lamptey? Yeah.
Nketiah says official VK. Doku, says Samu. He's a good player.
Oh,
he is.
I'd have Doku.
Teles from Man United, says Marbu.
Nah.
Danny
Defensive
Drinkwater,
liability.
says Caleb.
Danny Drinkwater.
Only fighting outside clubs last time I heard.
Yeah.
Ain't even got a club, I swear.
Sean Parker said it'd be 100 million for Phillips. And?
Pennies. Do you know what I mean?
Billy Gilmore says Alan W.
Nah.
No?
No?
That picky he's getting, man. You just
Bougie now,
you just
isn't
saw
it?
you just saw you defending,
You
didn't
ain't
you?
trying to hear it.
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain says Samuel.
Yes, but fitness is an issue, innit?
Navas as a goalkeeper. You don't
Oxlade-Chamberlain's
need a
never
keeper,
been.
really.
No, well,
Dele Alli and
Read
Wink
DeBrusque
says
back.
Joseph.
I genuinely think
Lindelof.
Dele Alli would be good, though. I do genuinely believe that. I think Dele Alli just needs a fresh start. And
he definitely
somewhere.
needs a fresh start. He
He
definitely
needs
needs a
a
new
fresh
club.
Here's a good one. Mazza says Zaha.
Zaha all day, aye. Imagine Zaha and St. Maximin on either wing. Oof. It's too drippy, that, isn't it? Too drippy.
yo.
Too cold.
That's
Every
a
team would be
shout.
so scared of that, wouldn't they? Every defence.
Hey, that's
Zaha and St. Maximin running at you.
on the
either
same.
side.
Like on the same. That's a problem.
Even
I
a front
can't
three
lie.
if Wilson was fit, even Wilson, Zaha, St. Maximin.
That's a problem.
Saucy.
Zach says Ross Barkley. You could have him. AS says big up Don Robbie.
like
Did Ty
Almiron.
explain the reason
He doesn't
why he never
contribute
said
enough
anything to
on the-
Scholes at the end? Bottled it. Cucurella says Giovanni.
He's good, but I want to see more. I didn't watch a lot of him in La Liga, but early on at Brighton, he looks.
Dejan says you can have Phil Jones.
No, less of that, like.
Phil Jones might have run a few years back.
And Gustav Aldorf says buy Don Robbie. Be a fan TV. Lingard will thrive, says Simon. Lingard will thrive. I could see that, Lingard.
Yeah, I could as
see
well.
that happening in January. I really could.
Aye.
Or do you think Lingard would prefer to stay at United, where he's with his idol, where he's at his boyhood club?
Or
And
West
he's like,
Ham,
you know
who are
what,
still doing
I'll
well.
sign a new contract. Why not? Because Ollie's talking about he's going to offer him a new deal as well.
Classified says Ruben Neves. Will Ollie be there to offer him anything? Ricardo says Hector Bellerin. Ben Godfrey says the big man Diaz. Bissouma says Dishan. Minamino says Simon.
Minamino.
Divock Origi says Monteser.
Everyone's
But
just trying to
you deal
fob
with
off their left.
Matt Doherty says Saf 1. And Matt Doherty.
That's a great one.
Sammy
I'll be honest.
Nasri says Atlas. You see the size of the other
Sammy
day?
Nasri?
Yo,
Put a bit of weight
I don't even
Sammy
want to be
Nasri
bad
on.
man. Let me not say nothing, but wow.
I'm not one to talk. Hudson
Yeah.
Odoi on loan says dysfunction.
Oh, I'd take Hudson. Like.
Wilshire says Pav.
I think Hudson-Odoi would be great as well, actually.
Listen, but these are all attacking players. What they need is some defenders, mate.
I know we're all focusing on
The
like
defending has been
Attack is the
absolutely
best-
shocking. Their
Attack is the
attack
best
ain't
form of
bad.
defence, they say.
Their attack ain't bad. Their defending is.
If I had the defence, would be getting a point out of this game at the minute.
Look at this.
What's this? Back to the goalkeeper to go long. Is that a
Hey,
Steve Bruce
that's a
move?
Steve Bruce tactic.
This is what I'm saying, man. What you're watching is Brucey Ball.
Hey.
Jurassic Park, man. Jurassic Park.
Bloody hell, I ain't seen that before.
Do you remember
That
last
was
season?
straight out of the championship.
Do you
Straight
remember
out of
last
Jurassic
season
Park,
when,
mate.
when it was Jose versus Steve Bruce and they were calling it El Jurassic Park?
Brucey-saurus, mate. Brucey-saurus.
I'm surprised Shelby's not playing. Whenever
Get
he
him on.
Oh,
plays against us, he's a problem still.
What
Get
about this one?
Shelby
This is a good shout. Barista, you got a load of money. Koulibaly.
Koulibaly, I got
Yeah,
loads
he's
of money.
linked with them, isn't he?
Yeah, get him
He's
in.
linked as one of like the big marquee signings. I think
Ali
he's
says
had enough
Ward
racial
Prowse.
abuse in Italy.
Ward Prowse would be a tremendous signing.
Duffy.
See Julian with the sauce
Did you
there.
see that?
See Julian with the sauce there.
I say, yo, he found his Brazilian passport.
Tony Kelly, Ben Davis. That must be about the
know he's
10th
Dominican,
person for
innit?
Ben Davis, man.
Koulibaly, I'd rather
Ben
have
Davis.
Koulibaly be my first
Bro, I
player.
said
You
that.
lot are really trying to get rid of him.
I
El
said-
Neni says Anringham. Adama Traore says Anwar. What about that? Adama Traore on one wing.
Nah.
St. Maximum
Nah,
on
nah,
the
nah,
other.
No. That's like Zaha. At least you know you're getting some
Zaha's
goals.
you're getting
With
in.
Adama.
You're getting in product.
Adama even
But did you see
yesterday.
Adama yesterday, man?
Bro, yesterday against Villa, he was walking.
Did you see that one when he run through the whole team?
The whole team, but then the finish.
Yeah, it's just the
That's
end.
the- that's
But he did
his career.
create the second goal.
Yes,
He did assist.
I will give him that.
And it was his. It was just literally him.
Look
just
at Lascelles
charging
again, I
through
can't
the
be
team that
arsed.
was causing a lot of the mayhem.
He is a nuisance. He's similar to like Werner. They will always create chances purely because of their pace and their athleticism. But you can't rely on him week in, week out, man.
Lewis Dunk.
Julian
says
on doing
Mohamed.
bits again, look at him. Maybe not.
He's a unit.
Xhaka.
He's a unit.
What about Granit Xhaka?
Nah.
Cavani.
Cavani would be good, I think.
Cavani would actually
for
be
a year.
alright. Yeah.
Brandon says Raheem Sterling.
Sterling is a bit of an outside shout, you know, because he wants out, wants a new adventure, wants a new club.
He's saying
He
that.
wants the
Says
money
Alan
as
Shearer.
well. He's won everything.
He's saying he wants to stay at the top, though. I'd imagine he'd be the perfect replacement for Mbappe. I said. I think if Mbappe decides to leave Madrid, he's a similar type of mould, pacey player, loves to get in behind. He'd be a perfect replacement.
Anyway, second half is underway. The game's been much delayed, as we know.
Can you get off the ground today, by any
Emerson
chance,
Royal
Emerson?
on the ground again. I mean,
Peasant.
bro, get up, man.
Like,
He's not fit for this
Get
league, man.
into
He's
the
going down like
battle.
that.
He did get in the face. Bloody hell.
Oh, you've been done again, man. Have we got defenders here or what?
Let me have another pack of this.
my God.
The cells is getting.
I've had
tortured.
enough.
He just
I've
needed
had
someone
enough,
to
man.
lash that.
There's no
The cells
defence.
is getting
Hey, who got put in that
tortured.
blender? Was that the cells?
Manquillo there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yo,
Look
man.
at Lascelles' clearance. He has time. Oh, you fucking
bozo.
idiot. Idiot,
No
man.
composure.
No
Panicking.
brain.
Who got skin? That was that Clark.
Manquillo. Javier Manquillo.
Spanish right back who's been floundering for like
Been
4
everywhere,
years.
Liverpool, Sunderland.
He's more like Javier Mannequin.
So
Javier Manquillo. Yeah.
every single defender's a mannequin the day.
Hey.
Oh,
Right,
it's a
here we
charge.
go,
Here we go.
Is everyone going to wake up and get rid of that? How is that Phil Felton who scored, player? How is
Don't
that?
try
How
too
did that
much there.
fall to a
Look at his
Spurs
face,
player?
He knows it.
They're just laughing now. They're thinking these are shit, aren't they? Fuck me.
What's he doing?
I
man?
know. Why didn't he get rid of that?
Jesus Lord, man.
Oh my God.
Hey. Keep them pegged
Fuad,
in.
say another prayer for them, man. I can't tell you that.
No. No
man,
more
it's
prayers. Let your Saudis do that for you.
No more blessings.
Yeah, I mean, never
That
come.
one already this week.
Yeah, literally.
Blessing them finish.
Hey, great jump. And the second.
Darlow, what are you doing, mate?
Go on, Darlow.
What is that keeper doing, man?
That's a foul. No, it
Ain't
ain't.
no foul, man.
Where's the Brafka? Because this is, oh my God.
Where is he? Is he injured?
He's still injured, aye. He's meant to be back this week, but he mustn't be 100.
His fitness is a bit shaky, isn't it?
Munch TV back again, says Tim Reddy. Yes, I'm hungry, man. Man, when you lot have had your roast dinner,
I'll get on that,
innit, you know what I mean, Matty? They've had
Been on
their
the train
roast
all day,
dinner and
do you
all
know what I
that,
mean?
yeah.
Get another beer.
Yeah, there's water in there as well. You know.
No, I got
So you know there's cans, there's water. I've got to be very disappointed in Joe Willock. I mean, he's hardly touched the ball.
No.
Joe Willock hype. Purple patch player, man.
Looks like we did well to get a 25 million for him.
Believe me, you did. I think a lot of Arsenal fans were saying like, oh, we should have kept him for depth. I think sometimes you panic, but no. Willock was never going to be a week in, week out starter at Arsenal. Not when you got
Even St. Maximin
Partey,
flopping.
Emil Smith-Rowe, Odegaard as well now. Come on.
What's up with St. Maximin with these things around it? What was he got broken wrists or something?
It's a fashion thing, man.
I think it's just
They
a
were
fashion
copying
thing, eh?
Suarez, man. Suarez did it
that,
when he
man.
had that bad boy season at Liverpool. They've just been copying him since, man.
All
Doing
these
up- doing up-
strappings around them thing and strappings on your hands.
We're talking about ASM here. The guy walks around with a Gucci headband on the pitch. Or a Louis Vuitton. This Hey, Mora.
It
Here we
cannot
go,
be,
here we
it
go,
cannot
here we
be.
go, here we go.
Oh,
Good tackle, good
finally
tackle.
one good tackle out of the entire Newcastle back line, 51 minutes in.
Hey,
He's offside anyway.
side, come on.
You know, St. Maximin got spotted walking around Newcastle shopping centre with his Newcastle top on. He was walking around with his
Yeah.
Newcastle top on.
He reps it hard.
He
innit?
loves it, man.
He
That's
reps
why
it
the
hard.
fans love Newcastle top on.
If there's one thing about ASM though, he's proper like bought into the Newcastle as a club, as a city even. Even hear his fake Geordie
Trainers
accent
gonna get
sometimes.
replaced.
And hey, his Twitter banner is A1, I can't lie.
You better step up or he'll be gone. You better step up or he'll be gone too.
Nah. ASM
When the money comes in, he's just a regular player now.
it's true, but I think it'll be a long time
Regular.
before he's regarded as excess.
Yeah. You know, you get some managers come in, they seem like a little luxury player. Don't
swear,
get the game time and all that. You know
What's
what
his name? Lucien
There we
Favre
go.
when he was at Nice.
Here we go. Here we go.
There's a chance now. Joe Linton!
Emerson, well done. That's the first time you've done something I'm proud of this game.
Or have a shot or something if you're going to get to that angle and just do that.
There's got to be a runner at the front post there, though, surely, that you can find. It's good up until here. Get the cross in.
Why does Emerson look like he plays with his shorts dropped down? Pull him up, big man. That is a mile offside.
K's just lazing offside. Alright, so Maximum on the ball. It's not getting a lot of joy though, to be fair. They're marshalling him.
Yeah.
Every time he picks the ball up, there's 2 on him.
2, yeah.
This is where they got to get the ball out on this side of the pitch, man, like left-hand side, where Emerson is. That's where that's where the joy is.
And there he is.
He's not convinced, though, is he? He's had a baptism of fire in this Premier League,
Real
man, I'll
talk.
tell you that.
These first
This ain't Real Betis, mate.
Yeah.
This
6
is-
games. Oh man, it's been hell for him.
This ain't Real Betis.
Because we was watching his debut here, innit, with the
Yeah.
Palace game where
he was
Zaha
shocking.
Zaha had him
skates.
on toast, man. Cheese on toast.
That's a good cross.
One man in the box, though.
That's a foul. Can we have it, please?
Them sort of things this year, they're not giving, are they?
Hey, great
okay,
touch.
just-
Man,
Funny,
Quio,
man.
take him on.
talking,
There you
man.
go.
What are you doing? What was that?
That is silly, ref.
That's a yellow all
Yellow,
day.
yeah.
He had to, innit? He's gone, innit?
Tactical fouls.
Al-Khadib says, what about Hazard? Eden Hazard.
He's expired, man.
Aye.
His best
Past
days
it.
are gone.
Past it.
And do you know what's mad? Exactly the same age as Mo Salah.
Chelsea fans are talking about.
Crazy
They'd
when
have
you
him
think
back,
of that, innit?
Yeah.
Sorry, you saying Chelsea fans?
Chelsea fans were saying they'd have him back, though. To,
I
like
think for them,
Lewis and that was saying.
it's a
there's-
nostalgia thing for
It's a
them.
love affair, that, isn't it? Yeah. It's like, well,
And it's weird. I do believe if a player does go back to a club he actually loves, he might be more motivated to bring out his best. But the guy turned up to Madrid 10 kilos overweight.
I know.
You're not serious, big man.
This is easy for Tottenham now.
It's just got to be play the game smartly now. That's all you've got to do. Do not self-destruct.
Very easy at the moment.
it's no midfield, man.
Yeah, where's the midfield? Who's the holding midfielder in your
Because
team?
We've got two, so we'll play
He's
the
playing like a
we'll play
defender.
5-2-3, and we've got Hayden and Sean Longstaff sitting in the middle there, but they're just nowhere to be seen.
And when that ball gets swung out wide, it seems it's so easy.
Like, this formation just doesn't suit us at all. We haven't got the midfielders to play 2 in the middle. We haven't got the wing backs to be playing wing backs.
And you don't have defenders who can
Wilson
actually step into midfield
is
as well.
so isolated up front.
It's true. They have to they've got to drive 10, 15 yards to even get near to Wilson, haven't they?
Aye.
Oh, Royale, he missed it. He's shocking, man. You should have got. See, you could have had Tommy Asu.
Bro, I've been saying to
You could have
Tobes,
Tommy
I've been
Asu,
saying
you
to
turned him
Tobes
down
all
for his
season. You see, this year, every game Tommy Asu plays and Emerson plays, I've got a stat sheet like that comparing them. Because that's all I'm watching.
Although Tommy Asu-
we spent 12 million extra on Emerson,
Yeah.
and I need to see why. I must see
Although
significant.
Tommy Asu will have the same test that Emerson got tomorrow.
Listen, Tommy Asu
Because
so
it's
far
a
has been
Zaha,
good.
innit?
I know he was shaky last week in the
No,
first
he's-
half.
first half, but he recovered well in the second half.
Yeah, 100%. I know people
But
were trying to
yeah,
smudge him off.
yeah,
I'm watching closely. I'm watching closely.
This week's the Zaha test, man.
We'll see.
the
Now
big
we'll
test.
see. Yeah.
When you get that test, that's the big one. You know what I mean? If you come through that,
You're 30.
you know. And even if you come through that, you need help. You can't. You can't one. That's one thing I would say in that game when Emerson was up here. He didn't have no help, man. He was one-on-one with Zaha literally every time.
But that's Nuno's tactic, innit? Not to have
but you
Moura and
can't.
Son. And even if you saw for the
You
first
can't,
goal
you've
here,
got
when
need
Reguilon
help.
got doubled up by Matt Ritchie on
Yeah.
that side, because Son's
how
not
we
dropping
just-
back.
We're just skipping. We're just
Moura just
we're just-
left him for. Who was that? Longstaff.
Longstaff, man.
He just gave up.
Chasing
Oh,
shadows.
that's a great ball. Please get it under. Top
gone
man, top
out.
man. No, that's in. That's in.
Look how that referee was there. Look, he's
And I
crouched down like NHC, too much NFL. That's it, what do you mean?
Hut 64.
That's like some, like, you know, like a running back was on.
Look at just Longstaff in the midfield skipping alongside the
it,
space.
boys.
Players just watching.
Keep possession. Make Newcastle want it. Oh, you lot really want to play for your badge, yeah?
That poll that we
really
did, 41% said Tottenham would win, 37% Newcastle, 20% draw. 37% Newcastle.
I remember when it was 57%
that must-
Newcastle.
I'd have like 1% Newcastle. They've got no chance of winning this game.
Hey.
Look at this space,
There'll be
man.
more, look at that, look at that.
We're meant to have 5 at the back.
Hey.
That was a
that's
good
a
cross by
decent
Royal,
cross.
to be fair.
That's off.
And that
Come
looked
on,
like it
ref.
was out, like, to be fair.
That got out in it.
It looked like it.
It's total domination by Tottenham at the moment. However, if Newcastle could get one back,
Makes it interesting.
that'd make it interesting. See if you get Spursy up in the place.
He never...
Listen, I always remember being 3-1 up against West Ham last year. And we threw that away with a Lanzini scream at the last minute.
What we hate about
never
Steve
safe
Bruce as well,
first.
he just never makes substitutions. He makes substitutions way too late every single game.
You should have changed something now. I mean,
We've got half an hour left, probably. There's no
Nothing's
midfield.
happening.
No-
Nothing's happening.
nothing up
Get
front.
Shelby on or do something.
Change the shape.
Just get Shelby and Fraser on and change 4-3-3.
Yeah. 'Cause
Take a
this is
defender off. We've got 5 defenders at the back. And we'll
look
look
at the
suspect.
spaces for Tottenham, man. It's just like a training game. Look at this.
I can't
Look
wait
at
to
this,
look at
man.
that.
Look at
Look
that.
at this.
It's ridiculous.
Alan
Look at that. And
Shearer's
it's still
gonna
got a man over
circle
there
all
as
the
well.
We're meant to have 5 at the back here.
Jeez.
Oh! We're meant to have 5 at the back and we're given... Just, what's the point? What's the fucking point?
Alan Shearer's going to do the old, message today. Look how much space he has here. 10 yards of space.
Nasser says Steve Bruce's last game. Gavin says
Thank God for
Newcastle
that.
look tired.
1,000.
Lee
I think that's
Deaton
enough.
says
Look, Taylor, we've only had 2 weeks off.
Newcastle ain't playing because they
Oh,
will
yes,
know
John Joe.
Here comes Lord Voldemort.
Shut Longstaff off as well, but
Longstaff off. He's been awful.
terrible. Are we then Shelby?
What's he saying? 2 men in the middle.
Right. Shelby on, John Joe Shelby. Can anything change? They'll be maybe looking for him to do a few passes.
Yeah. He's going
At least straight away he's wanting to get on the ball and try and make something happen, though.
And he's giving it away.
And he's
as
giving
well.
it away. And he's... Hey, that's a
won it
booking.
back.
No,
That's from
it
behind.
sounds
He
he's
won
done
it
well
back.
there.
He won
And
it
there,
back.
looking for a through ball.
A-Man says, bye-bye, Steve Bruce. Steve Bruce gone, says Jamin.
Bye bye, Brucey.
Do you think they'll sack him after this game?
I bloody hope so. I mean, why would you keep him for a minute longer?
That would be my question. What
Even
would be the actual point?
even if we've got Palace next Saturday, even if you haven't got your number 1 choice in, just give it a caretaker role. Because look at this, man.
You gave Newcastle some good news this week. Give them some more
Tony
good
Stark
news
says
next
it
week.
might not be Bruce's last game. You want to make sure with the next manager, so they might as well leave him till you get the right one, not like what Spurs did.
Good call.
There comes
Problem
another
is,
attacking role.
I think the Newcastle project is a lot more appealing than the Spurs one was this summer.
Nice little ball by Shelby.
Yeah, to me, Bruce is useless, man. I'm not
He is,
funny.
eh?
Guys, I think Bruce is all right. Like, championship team and trying to get back up into the Premier League.
Yeah.
Give Bruce the
Birmingham's-
job, right? But in the Premier League, his record is absolutely, like you said it earlier, mate. His record is shocking, man. I mean, but I think with Bruce, he's liked, isn't he? He's liked. All the media guys like him because of his honesty and stuff like that. But
He's so out of his
And
depth,
he's
though.
a
Like,
great player, but as a manager, he's absolutely useless.
in the modern day, there's just no time
Yeah,
for
and-
Bruce's and that, man.
Yeah, and you know, how many clubs has he managed? He's managed loads of clubs.
Loads.
His
He's part of
time's
that,
up now.
like-
It's done now, isn't
He's
he?
part of that like Premier League furniture of like Sam Allardyce,
Yeah,
Adam Pardew,
Pulis,
Hodgson.
those
Yeah.
guys. I feel like their years from like the mid-thousands to
Yeah.
like 2020,
Yeah.
you're irrelevant. After 2020, none of those guys should be getting hired for
Yeah.
I mean,
ambitious clubs.
we hired him from Sheffield Wednesday, who were like 8th in the championship at the time. Why?
remember.
Why?
I was actually shocked when I had him because I thought, all right, now he's settled as a championship manager. He won't get another.
Yeah.
He does it
But
somehow.
I'm telling you, he's a manager. He's liked.
I can
He's
see
liked
why
in
he's
the,
liked
you
as
know,
well.
like they call it an industry guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
an
yeah.
industry
You're
guy.
one of
ain't
those
he?
guys. You're just
Plugged up.
in the business. You're
Yeah.
you're plugged up and you're liked as well. It's like, so no one ever really talks really bad about him because he's a liked guy in the industry. But you only ever get the honest opinions about him from the fans
Yeah.
because they just, even though
They
they
don't hold back.
they don't dislike him as a person, but they just know he ain't no good.
Come on, Sonny. Cook him up.
Well done, Willock.
Ah,
Where's the runner?
All that.
He has the runner. He has the runner.
Emerson.
Oh,
Go
he-
on,
I
Emerson.
love that, Emerson.
Come on, keep
but
going,
now make
keep
sure
going,
you
keep
commit
going.
to the foul,
He
please.
couldn't
Commit
even-
to the foul.
He couldn't even pull him
Keep
down.
going, Willock, lad. Oh, Billy!
Get
He's giving it.
up. Get
He's giving it.
No, he's giving
he's pulled it back. He's
Willock
pulled it back.
a yellow card
Oh
for
my
diving.
days, Joe
He's giving
Willock.
Willock a yellow card for diving.
Is it for the dive or for the Emerson
Must be
tug back?
for-
I thought
diving.
it's outside the
He's
box
outside
as well.
the box anyway.
Bozo.
No, I think he's giving him a card for diving.
I think it might have been for the
Yeah, that's
Emerson
a
pull on
dive.
ASM.
I think, to be fair, that's a dive, man. That's a dive. But he should have got.
yeah, it
Emerson
was
got
for
a yellow
Emerson.
as well.
Lena Halen, I guess.
Shut up. You can tell me about diving with Harry Kane. Fucking hell, mate. Who dives more than him?
Mo Salah.
Salah ain't dived recently.
When has Kane dived recently?
And he's got that little move, Kane, where if you come behind him, he just falls over. That one.
The way he backs into you.
Yeah, he backs in, and he tried to do that in a couple of
Only a real
European games.
professional knows how to pull that move.
Xhaka does that as well. He's good at that as well, Granit Xhaka.
Problem is Shaka don't get away with it because he's a crook.
Yeah, because he's a gangster. No, they don't want to give him that. I don't think
See, the only
Hugo Lloris has had nothing to do.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
But that's where it's dangerous because your concentration, one moment is all it takes.
Come on, come on.
You've got to stay on point, man.
It's a one-man team, isn't it?
Got no bodies forward over, just one
What is the
Wilson
chance?
there. Wilson having to beat 3 defenders to try and get to the ball.
You've got no midfield. It's just like basically give the ball to St. Maximin. Hopefully, he can run through 10 players. Look at that.
Hey,
Look
I
at this.
love
Wait,
that.
what is going on here?
Go!
What is going on here? I
at that
can't
free
watch
overlap.
this.
Look
Can you overlap, my man?
I can't deal with
Why
this,
are you
mate.
not opening up? Why would you do that, Højbjerg? You fucked it.
Yeah, this is pathetic, this.
You've got no midfield.
Literally. I
kinda-
can't lie to you, this is
Got
too
no
vacant,
midfield,
man.
That man just
Hey.
skipped up there. He skipped 3
Where's all the
players.
flags gone, lads? Come on, man, the team needs you.
I feel like we're playing FIFA and my controller's not working. So I mean, I can't get anyone to get near the ball. What the fuck?
Jamie says, time for Eddie Howe. What about Eddie Howe?
Eddie Howe was my shout when Ashley was still here. I wanted Bruce to go and I wanted Howe in. But now we've got to aim higher than Eddie Howe.
Bougie, man, I told you. They don't want the bougie. They're bougie now. They don't want the small fry no more.
No, we got time for it. I think he gets a nosebleed going past Manchester as well, Eddie Howe, doesn't he? He likes to stay down south.
Yeah.
Apparently he's waiting for the Southampton job. He's waiting for the Southampton job, so...
That'll be a good job for him, to be fair. I think Hasenhutters ran his course there as
All
well.
the owners don't look too happy.
He's regretting it already, isn't he?
They're looking at Bruce right there, you know.
They look serious now, man. Hey, you see, you see businessman?
Yeah. He's like,
You
shit.
see businessman?
Here before
Look
the
how his
game.
face switched now. When the man starts seeing the reality of the situation, man say, yeah? Oh, is that... So now I see how it's running.
Hey,
Bruce, see you later.
I'm telling you, Bruce might get some lashes, bro, before he
He's
leaves.
thinking, I flew all the way from Saudi Arabia for this. Just want Brucey ball. Get rid, man. Get rid of him.
Declan says, what about Alan Kirbishley?
Is he? Alan
That is
Kingshley.
a throwback.
That
He
is.
was part of that group that you
Yeah.
said, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's part
I
of
haven't seen him in about
Bruce.
15 years.
Yeah, he was what?
that.
Charles
Showing the owners again. They're not happy,
In
man.
West Ham for a couple of years after. Look, even Anton Deck.
Alan Deck were miserable there, weren't they?
And Dick
Hey, I
looked pissed
love
off, mate.
this. I said we were gonna deflate, man.
And Dick looked pissed off with him.
Hey.
Alan Deck think I'm wasting
Right,
me time the day as well.
Steve Bruce would be in the jungle, mate.
See, the thing
On
is,
his own.
as Spurs fans as well, I can't even lie to you, we got to enjoy these victories over Newcastle now. Because there's going to come a time in a couple of years when this fixture's going to be completely different. So
Look at
I
that.
can't
we've
wait
got
for
to take
that.
the wins when
I
we
can't
can,
wait for
lads.
those watch-alongs, mate.
Hayden has been shocking.
He has. Really poor.
Shocking, man.
Hayland hype.
Look at that, man. It's just like, you've got no midfield, man.
No one
You've
was
got no
said.
midfield. It's just like,
When we said these players are now playing for their jobs at Newcastle because there's going to be that many ins and outs, not one of them's really proven why they should still be here come January, come next August.
Eon says, legit question. Please, serious answers only. Would you rather Steve Bruce or Ollie as your coach?
Genuinely, it's two animals of the same beast.
And it really is. Ollie's just a younger Bruce, really, isn't he?
Literally.
Ollie won a trophy, hasn't
The
he?
same issues you
Ollie
have
hasn't
with
won a
Bruce,
trophy.
United fans complain about.
Not one
as well.
trophy. Bruce has had 1,000 games and he's never won a trophy.
You've never won a trophy?
Never won a trophy. Championship playoff, that's all he's won with Hull.
Who won? Who was in charge when Birmingham beat you lot?
No, that was Alex McLeish.
Alex McLeish,
Oh,
yeah.
it was a cliche.
That wasn't Bruce.
He went 2-0 up against...
Look at that. Look at
Hey.
that. Just little
Hey.
1-2s.
Hey!
Yes, Lascelles, he made some
Flipping
sort of
hell.
lunge.
I can't believe you lot are making.
They are so-
You lot are making Nuno look like he has an attacking plan together. I can't believe this shit.
This is...
And Don busting
This
flip-flops.
shows Bruce as well, because this is the same defence that Rafa Benitez had that was so hard to beat.
Two
Bruce has
things I
just
said
torn it to pieces.
I said before the game though, you can have all these new ownership and everything, but these mediocre players who are in the relegation zone aren't magically going to improve.
No.
Anyway, corner to Tottenham. It's been all Tottenham, as I said. You know, I don't think Lloris has had anything to do. Just about deal with it, Newcastle. They're just like hanging on. And it's still about... Oh, and it's Tottenham through there again.
Shit.
Pen?
Harry Kane there trying to get a penalty.
No,
He's gone down.
penny.
Richie, do you want
And
to
he
close the
stayed
gap?
down.
No, that's Romero.
What?
Is it Romero?
Yeah, that's Romero.
We'll put the ball out of play then, yeah? Play on the ground.
He's done that.
Let's get the shot off first.
Put the ball out of play. Come
Yeah,
on.
why is they not? Why
Where's
have
the,
your
where's the
players not put the
sportsmanship?
ball out?
Where's the
We'll put it out, we'll
sportsmanship?
put it out,
Yeah,
we'll
thank
put it out,
you.
we'll put it out,
Thank
we'll put it
you.
out. Relax, relax.
Good, we need that. We don't want to be holding 4s and 5s.
Hey.
Martin says Fuad
some
is
hot
way
cold,
too
man.
happy today.
Hey, listen, last time I was here, they had me crying tears. 3-0 to Palace. Hey, I'm enjoying
He
today.
fell over himself as well. Oh, get it up, you.
Yeah, man.
You really don't like Tottenham, do you?
No, I don't. But even so, listen.
Every time I'm here, you're looking for any excuse to side with the
No,
other
I'll
team.
be honest with you, I hate Tottenham, but you know what I mean. But what I'm saying is, it's not about I don't like, I hate them, right?
Don't sugarcoat it.
But I hate things like that as well. Come
I
on,
get
get
you.
up, man.
I get you.
And look how quick he's up. He's run now the whole length of the pitch to get back in position.
Listen, got to do a duty.
Look at that percentage, man.
Wow.
Really?
Look at that. 86%
Really?
possession in the last 10 minutes for.
I remember Liverpool were doing this to Watford yesterday, 83%, and I was
Spurs.
like, I've never seen that before. 86. As I said, you lot are making Nuno look very competent at this minute.
Look at that. It's so easy.
Just
look
sit,
at that
just
again.
sit.
This
man.
is training ground
Yeah.
tempo.
What are we doing? What are we doing during the week on the training ground to be playing like this, man?
No wonder you want to see Bruce out, man. I can see it now.
Exactly.
Like, in live in living colour, man. Look at this.
Take your time,
Now,
man.
look,
Take your
look
time.
how he just
Look
passed
at your
through that
passes.
midfield. That's what I'm saying.
That's the second yellow for Hayden.
Long ball. Is anyone there? This is all we've got. This is the only chance we've got. Long balls.
he's there on
Any
his
support
own.
in the box?
Isolated.
No one
Nobody in
here.
the box.
Any
You know,
support?
against 5 players.
Just
gonna
dive and just hope we get a penalty.
Got to do it all on his own.
Look at that.
There's
Look
no
at
one
that,
there.
man.
Look how many. There's about 6 purple shirts there and 2 black and whites.
Cannot wait for January, man.
Now I know why the Newcastle fans were celebrating, man. But you're watching this every week.
Brucey's at the
And knowing that, you know,
Tell me how does it feel?
Brucey at the wheel.
Give him the job.
Come on. 10. 1 player in the box. 3-1 down, 1 player in the box.
Right, let's get a cross in, please.
Now we've got a couple more.
Make it interesting.
Go on,
Ooh.
Joe. Oh.
Well done, Romero.
Nah.
Hey, is that Ndom pressing in the 72nd
All
minute?
the way
Are
back
you not
to
watching this?
Dolo.
Pressing in this. You lot used to say he gasses out 60 minutes. 72nd minute, we're still pressing. We're still full of energy.
Yeah, no running to do
We're
today.
loading this season. 65 million, we're about to pay it all
Come
back.
on, come on.
He's looking for a move to Newcastle, that's why.
Hey, ASM, we love
What
that.
was that for St. Maximum, man?
That's frustration is what
It
that
is. It's just thinking, I'm not going to waste my time passing to you like you shit.
It's the same with Wilson.
That ball probably ended up in Saudi Arabia. We hit an oil well. Oh, dear. Hell.
Hey, man.
Where? Press?
That's it. That's it. Take your time, Eric Dyer. Lovely.
Rockside Soul Music says he thinks that Zidane will end up at United.
Do you know what?
Newcastle or mine, eh?
United fans love this Zidane shout, but I think it's almost like the obvious one to go for. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure Zidane would be the right
Yeah,
man
I'm
for
not
him.
sure. I think Zidane could be waiting for the France job after
Yeah.
Deschamps the World Cup. I think he'd be perfect for that. It would almost be similar to like the Real
If
Madrid,
Tottenham come again,
managing a team of stars, basically.
not even bothering ready to get. I mean, they're not even busting a gut no more, Tottenham, are they? They're just like.
Listen, this is
It's very
debut
easy,
for
isn't
us
it?
now, man. We just got to keep the ball.
Who else could you bring on?
Ryan Fraser.
Yeah, that's true.
Nippy little winger. Try and get him behind. Dwight Gale on his 32nd birthday or something today. That's where we're at.
God, Dwight Gale, I ain't heard that name in a minute.
Hey, we can't even see you. The backup thing.
Oh,
The backup.
oh,
Skegness.
oh.
Skegness, Dave. Was that a corner?
I believe so. There we
There
go.
we go. Oh, he's lost.
Hey,
Jacob Murphy. My guy, Jacob Murphy, you know.
He was causing problems for us last year, as I remember.
But again, we're bringing on a wing back with. There's Fraser. Go on, Fraser, lad.
15 minutes to go. You're 3-1 down.
What's he been waiting for, though?
That's what I don't understand.
What's he been waiting for?
What? It's like he's not his manager.
Thank you,
It's
Brucey.
50.
Thank you, Brucey.
It's just mad. Crazy. Right, it's a Tottenham corner.
Brucey's the type of manager that'll come out and just be like, well, 3-1, you know, not too bad. 3-1, is it really? You know, 3-1, 3-1, Harry Kane, well, you know, what can we do? Fuck off, man.
Yeah, that would be something like that. wouldn't it? Yeah.
Quality like that.
You know, they've got Harry Kane, they've got Son, you know, what can we do?
Yeah, that is the sort of thing you'll come out and say. It is. Right, another corner for Tottenham.
Come on, Romero, just get
It's a
one.
good corner, but dealt with.
That'll be the icing on the cake for me today, bro.
Oh,
There we go, there we go. Oh. What are you doing, Emerson?
He's shit.
He is shitting, mate. He is shitting, mate.
He's rubbish, man. I'm telling
He
you.
is
that's
bad,
awesome.
he is bad.
Come on, man.
He has the boys,
30 million.
Right, Ryan Fraser and.
Jacob Murphy.
Oh,
Take off Wilson, are you mad? What the fuck, man? No, man, Brucey, please, Brucey, man, I cannot do it, man. I cannot do it, Bruce, I cannot.
So that means Fraser's probably going to go out wide. Joe Linton's going up top.
And
Willock's coming off. Hey, the Golden Boys.
Willickoff as well. So he's taking a look, goal for it's off.
Why would
On high.
Wilson, man?
Well, he's just come back from injury, I guess, but even so, man.
But bring Gale on then if you're going to take your striker off. He's got Ryan Fraser playing as a striker by the looks of it.
If it comes off, you'll be saying he's a genius.
Well, aye. But no one's, but no one's ever said Bruce and genius in the same sentence before, Robbie, so.
Come on, Resumption, beat him. Good man.
Bruce out,
Yep.
says Aaron. Bruce from Man United, says Martin Lewis.
He's a United legend.
He is. He is United legend.
Oh! Stop it, Endo! Nah, too much. Too much sauce.
Taking a piss.
Oh shit, has it disappeared? I don't know.
Look at that, he just... Shelby just clapped him
Shelby's
down.
had enough.
Shelby's like, where you going, man? Man's just skilling up the hole.
Sit down.
I remember Granite Xhaka getting sent off or something like that. On his first yellow because, you know,
Exactly.
because he's just done that delivery.
Hey, dirty. You dirty boy.
Celio says, breaking news. Steve Bruce has been sacked.
What, mid-game?
Well, you said
Listen,
you got
it happened to
managers
Martin
sacked
Yo.
at half-time.
It's happened to better
Martin
managers. And Martin Yo did more for us at Spurs than Brucey ever did for Newcastle.
John Joe says Bruce should be sacked in the tunnel.
Should be.
And Relaxing Way says Brucey wants that 8 million payout early. 8 million?
8 million, aye.
What for?
Hey, yo,
Mike
come on,
Ashley,
my
man,
guy.
innit?
How do you get an 8 million contract?
Mike Ashley, man. Criminal.
£8.
Absolute criminal.
That's a ball.
Oh. He was on a rolling contract, Steve Bruce, you know. So he was never really going to get... He never just had like a 2-3 year deal. It was a rolling. It just automatically renewed every year.
Did he try and leave at one point though?
Fucking
Himself?
man. Nah. Nah, I wish he did. That's why he hasn't walked, because he's waiting for his 8 million.
Hey, Ndombele, I hope people are watching this. Full energy 80 minutes in.
It's about time.
Are we just letting them skip past it out, really?
He has played well today.
Very well.
Probably your best player.
Mora's had moments as well. It's always been nearly moments though.
All these sort of players, they're all gone, innit?
Oh, mate, 100%.
That's
Oh,
a
it's handball.
handball.
Seen them. give it.
VAR.
That was
That's handball.
Unnatural
that
position.
was similar to the one we got at your place last year, wasn't it? With Dyer and Wilson last minute.
Yes.
Are VAR checking that? They are checking it.
It's going to get given that all
That's a
day.
penalty.
It's going to get given that, yeah.
Are they checking it?
That's going to get given that.
If they're checking it, that's a penalty.
Thank you, Matt Ritchie, for your contribution since coming on as a sub.
They're
It's
checking
legit
it.
the same as the Dyer one last year, innit?
Checking a possible penalty, and that for me,
That's
that
revenge.
was a penalty all day long.
You stupid bastard,
Well,
man,
they're not
Richie.
giving it.
Have they not? Oh, happy
They're
days.
not giving it.
Good stuff.
Hang on.
What is going on? That's a penalty all day
The
long.
hand is literally here.
That's a penalty.
What more
Yeah.
do you need for it to be a handball?
Oh.
Nonsense.
We've got another poll, by the way. How long before Steve Bruce gets sacked?
Hopefully 10 minutes.
0 to 1 month, 1 to 3 months, or the end of the season? I can tell you at the moment, 77% of you say 0 to 1 month.
Look at all these fake shakes.
It'll definitely be in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah?
The fake shakes.
That man didn't even pray Fajr. Yeah, he wearing khamises.
What does that mean?
The morning prayer, innit?
They need more than that right now.
Oh, yeah, one goal, yeah, 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go, Saint. Come on, shoot, Fraser! Oh.
Goal kick.
So wait, is it really?
That came off Joe Linton last.
No,
Corner
it's
ball.
It's corner.
Corner ball, yes, lads, come
That's
on.
that corner ball that's come off Joe Linton.
See why we bring Fraser on? Aye? Fucking Brucey.
Thompson says VAR Castle.
Get your fucking spectacles on. That's Joe Linton.
Ooh, yeah, I think you might be right. Man.
Nah.
Use your brain.
Eric Dyer.
Oh, a little lucky one. Little deflection to make the game interesting.
Listen, this is the last thing I need, a nervy 10 minutes.
Oh, I could do with it, mate.
Please,
Come
now.
on. Come on, Richie. One of the defenders to score would be nice since they can't defend. If they could attack instead. Oh, that was a horrible cross. Horrible cross.
It really was.
Go on, Murphy, lad.
Kept it alive, though.
Fucking hell, man.
Out for throwing from Murphy.
Just cross it in. See what happens. Body's in the box.
Can't get the cross off.
John Joe.
Poor cross.
Oh, it's too far out,
can't
man.
put
It's too far out,
And
man,
the
John
counter.
Joe.
Now
Here
Son's
we go.
Son's gone now.
Sun versus Burnley. Very reminiscent. Let's go. Reguilon, your
Reguilon.
time.
Shelby's
Oh,
off.
Shelby's
That's
off.
Shelby's off.
Second
Shelby's
booking.
off. Second
Useless
booking.
guy. Get him
He's
off
out.
the pitch.
He's gone.
Move.
Second yellow card for Shelby.
Foolish
It
boy.
was cynical, and he's out. Red card.
Foolish.
Called it straight away. Called it straight away.
What is he
You
doing?
can tell what Shelby's going to do there. You know, as an experienced Premier League player, you know you're on your yellow card.
He's gone.
Why are you diving in like that? We've already lost the game, John Joe. What's the point in getting sent off and now you're going to miss the next game? Fucking fool.
That's why you're on the bench, mate.
That's why you'll not be here in January, mate.
I want all of their heads off now.
Get Bruce out.
Bring them close to me and strip them naked. I will kill them all. I'm telling you, these Arabs ain't playing.
What is that? Plus, as well, I know Reguilon's fast, but how are you allowing the man to get across you that easy? And you've got a man in behind you as well.
He's just
Brain dead football, man.
so stupid, man. So
Brain dead.
stupid. How long has Shelby been in the Premier League, man? And he's doing stuff like that.
It's only been on for 10 minutes.
Literally.
And this is a position where
two subs you brought
I
on,
noticed
one-
Harry Kane took the ball. He
yeah.
never scores from free kicks, man.
He
Let
don't.
someone else
He
take
don't.
it.
He either hits the bar or
Let
hits
Son
the
take it, innit?
Let Ndombele
Let
take it,
Ndombele
man.
take it. He's been doing bits.
Ndombele ain't going to get that.
What's
man.
Emerson doing there?
Kane's
Please fuck
taken.
off. You should be nowhere near the ball, mate.
This is a range where you can score from, though. Right, Harry Kane over the free kick.
Listen, he's broken his duck today.
Darlow's showing him.
Don't let it get embarrassing.
End of
Put
the
it
goal.
keeper side
Don't
as
let
well.
it get embarrassing.
Put it keeper side.
You're showing him the way, Darlow.
Showing it all it. And straight into the wall by Harry Kane.
Just get the corner now. Be smart.
They shouldn't. Yeah, that guy stopped taking.
Well done, Murphy.
Stop taking free kicks, man. When was the last time he scored a free kick?
Never. I don't think I've ever seen him score a free kick.
Remember in the Euros that time, he was trying to take,
Oh,
all the
aye.
corners, free kicks, just to get his goal count.
You know whose idea that was?
Huh?
Gary Neville.
Gary Neville,
Yeah.
aye.
Silly. Why you
See you later, Bruce. See you later, Brucey.
Andrew C says, Robbie, please have mercy on me for United. Oh, you've been quiet today, Andrew C. Anyway, the team's better pump Newcastle this season because in a few years' time, they'll be beating everyone. That's true. You better get these wins
That's
in
what
now.
I'm trying to think of in the
literally
back of
said
my
that 5
head.
minutes
I'm
ago.
trying to be positive, think of
I
that.
said 5
Better
minutes
times to
ago.
come.
You can't not celebrate beating Newcastle now. This is another big 16.
This could be the last time you celebrate it.
Once he goes, then we're on the up.
I said this is what's going to give us the biggest hope today. Before the game, I said
Look at him, man.
keeping that last bit of Ashley cancer. Thank you.
Mike Ashley. It's really disappointing from Newcastle considering the start they
I know.
got, you know?
Just didn't build on it. Didn't build on it.
All Son's going for another.
Go on, take him for a dance, bro. There we go. Where are you running to?
We've been beaten here comfortably,
He's
3-1.
thinking about his kebabs, he says.
But the
Bruce
Spurs haven't
goes
been
send
great
him
either.
to Sunderland, says Ryan
I
Fowler.
swear, these popcorns even taste better when you win.
I love the way they just keep showing the owners all the time.
I know.
Every time they show
And then
them,
Bruce,
every
owners,
time
Bruce.
they show Bruce, then they show the owners, and every time they show the owners, it's sort of like, they're just like leaning over, yo, he's shit, man.
Off with his head.
Whose idea was to let him stay this week? You're sacked.
I don't think there's no point in them leaving him in charge, if I'm being honest.
No, not at all.
If you've changed the ownership, just freshen the whole thing up. Like you said, even if you just do a caretaker manager or something, just
We
get
don't
rid.
we don't want to rush getting the right number one in. We don't. We want to get the right person in for the next 3-4 years.
Yeah.
We need the right director of football in, the right everything in. But just caretaker role. Just remove the face of the Ashley era. Because we're all still thinking about Ashley and stuff when Bruce is in the dugout. We all know how bad the football is.
There were some people who were saying that they were singing that he's getting sacked. I think Tottenham fans are singing sacked in the morning.
Sacked in the morning.
No, apparently Newcastle fans are singing you're getting sacked in the morning.
Would have surprised me.
So you don't want that, do you? It's just toxic.
Exactly.
Bring a new guy
ruins the
in.
atmosphere a bit, doesn't it?
Bring a new guy in,
What a pass!
even if that new guy's like a stopgap measure. Freshen it up, someone else, man.
Completely.
Just bring in someone from the like.
To me, if I was a Newcastle fan, every time I see him, I'm thinking Mike Ashley as well.
You want a whole new restart.
Yeah.
From top to bottom.
They
Man.
tried to be nice to him. They gave him the 1,000th game. Now see you later.
And that's the thing. It's actually good PR, I think.
Yeah.
Letting him see his 1,000 game.
Yeah.
No, we don't want to come in
and if you
chop
sack
and
him
change.
today,
Valid
if you
reason.
sack him today, you can say, yeah, you know what I mean.
State of this.
Yeah.
And plus
At
as well,
home, in our first game.
we just feel the time is right. To,
Yeah.
You know, because he's crap. Man, ain't no man.
Because I don't think they've even, he said in his press conference, they hadn't had like a meeting yet, or they'd only had like a
Nah,
briefing forward.
only met them for 10
Yeah.
minutes.
So I think there's probably a reason for that.
It's a one-man team with this guy, isn't it? It's just
Yeah,
him.
it is.
But see what they've done all game. They've just had
Double up.
two players on him all
Yep.
game. Oh,
You ain't Ndom. You ain't Ndombele.
all game, 2 men on him. They know what the threat is. Very easy to deal with. Just put 2 men on him,
Baby food.
and it's been quite simple for them.
Ah, feels good to be back here collecting 3 points, man. For after the Palace and Chelsea result, I was like, yo.
Human Hang says, imagine if Newcastle get relegated. A lot of people are saying that.
We're not going to get
Gonna be
relegated,
in the
man.
bottom,
No.
We
I don't
finished
think they will.
12th with Steve Bruce last year with the same team that we're
gonna
not
be
getting
in the
relegated.
bottom, you know, 2.
Consolation. One goal! Yes!
Oh,
Get
goal by Eric
in!
Dyer.
Woo! We'll take an own goal.
What
We'll
is
take
he
an own
doing?
goal.
Eric Dyer
What is the
doing.
fucking need for that?
Yes! We'll take
That's
that.
an interesting.
Yes! Stoppage
never
time!
just- isn't it?
Stoppage
never
time,
just
baby!
leave shit comfortably,
Let's go. Let's go stoppage time. Come on. There should be a big stoppage time as well. Good 5-6 minutes.
Time TV later. Check that out.
Stoppage time TV. It might be stoppage time TV.
Look at
Yes. It might be stoppage time TV for you for real, man.
My guy Murphy with the
that
ball
was
Tell you
in.
what, if
You
they
just
got
gotta
an
hook that.
equaliser back in this, you got to change the name of stoppage time TV. I'm telling you, all the rest of your man, you change that name. If they score,
Shake TV.
remember the Wolves game yesterday, Villa.
Oh, aye. 2-0
Aye.
up with 10 minutes to
Did
go.
it be
2-0.
No, he'll probably score again.
That was 2 goals though.
Don't ruin it,
We're
Newcastle.
3 up.
Don't ruin it and make the
How much time added on?
Just
5
calm
minutes.
now.
5
5
minutes.
minutes.
Calm it down.
Maybe.
please.
It hasn't came up yet. That's my guess.
10 men.
Oh.
We don't need to actually even do anything.
And now this is 10 men. Actually, we just pulled the goal back to 10 men.
Spursy. Oh yeah, you got 10 minutes.
It's 10 men.
10
So we
men.
just need to
Yeah,
keep
just gotta keep the
possession.
ball in it.
They don't have the legs or energy to come and get this ball.
Get that,
What we're
win
saying,
that
what
ball
we're
back
saying,
and get that
what we're
over the
saying.
top to
That's
St.
it.
Maximin, man.
Come on, lads.
How much stoppage time? 4 minutes.
4 minutes. 4
How
minutes
are
of
you?
losing time. Only you lot could make this nervy, man.
Of course. Of course.
Newcastle have had 1 shot on target and scored 2 goals.
Cruising.
Hey, that's the...
Spun him.
Go on, Joe.
Spun him.
Go on, Big Joe.
Go
Big
on,
Joe, dog.
Send him in.
Oh,
No,
referee.
referee,
Oh,
man.
referee,
He
man.
bowled
Give it.
Nah, that's
Give
a
it.
bottled hype. Hey, take a corner flag, big man.
That's it.
We don't even need nothing. What are you doing? What the...
We'll take that. Get it up. Get it up. Get it up. Get it up. Get it up.
Take that to a corner flag, innit?
Ah, get that corner flag and you've won the game. Oh, you can't even
Get
pass it your
under
own man.
control now. Just
It's when you haven't
pop
got...
ball now. Pop ball, lads. Con calma. Tranquillo.
Blew it. Blew it, mate.
Newcastle giving with that little bit of hope there. Still 3 minutes. Come on.
I don't think you might not
Can I
touch
get the ball
again.
back? Can I get the ball back?
Might not touch the ball again for the rest
There's
of
no
the game.
one throughout the whole game. Not one person's pressed apart from Big Joe Linton.
Oh, look at that rolling around.
Aye.
No. Play on now. Don't worry. That's Højbjerg. Højbjerg don't get hurt.
He's always diving down. Get him up. Just drag up him, man, and kick him in his head as well.
I love that when players try to drag a player up and he's just like, nah, I ain't moving.
He's not normally if somebody tries to drag him up like that, he gets all face.
Yeah.
Right? But he saw the size of Joe Linton, man.
Nah.
You don't
Bottled
want to
it.
get one of them
This one's long.
Didn't want to get hit.
favela slap.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Didn't want to put a hit on his head. Hit on his head.
If that had been anyone else, you would have seen him jump up Højbjerg. He's always spiky. He ain't
Viking
about that
type.
life, man. Right, come on.
All right, lads. Nick the ball, man. Nick the ball.
And Dembele's going to do the whole night.
Just, hey. We don't say too much.
Oh, well, it's looking like that was a false dawn.
Yeah. Well, we needed that free kick to be given, didn't we?
gave you a bit of
We
charity.
needed
What would you
the
want?
free kick to be given.
Rush him.
Come on. Oh, we're still kind of getting any second balls, man. Second balls, man.
Can't be letting
What's
man
a
do flips
baller?
on him.
Hey, if you don't enjoy watching Ndombele play football, you don't enjoy football. Go on, show him something again. Boss, man. Hey.
Smart. Just keeping the ball now.
That's it.
Right, here we go. Here we go.
Could this be the show?
Oh, what, man? Referee.
Thank you, ref. Some reason and some
Ruined
sense.
it there. 1 minute left.
Referee, man.
You're going to tell me that's not a foul?
There's no need for either. The ball's already gone. Why is Joey getting stuck in like that?
Favela hype.
He's been your best player.
He actually has.
Yeah, he actually has been.
Put it in. You put a shift in, man.
He's given Emerson a
If
nightmare
some
today.
of the midfielders would have put a shift in like him, might not have been in this situation. There you go.
20 seconds. Lump it long. Lump it. Lump it yourselves.
He ain't got a left foot.
Remember, the man is so tired they can't even get the ball down the pitch. You've
Hey,
got to
just-
try and get it up to some maximum, innit?
Oh, Julian on. Here we go.
And
Oh, it's too long.
is there.
Through in,
Oh
though.
my
Through in.
God,
Get
I
this
want a
through in.
fucking red
Oh,
card for
listen to
that.
this.
That is disgusting.
Get up,
Get up, man.
Disgusting. Roll back on the pitch as well. Are you done?
Get up.
Get the through in. Get the through in done. Come on.
What's he doing? That's got to be a red card. That's got to be a red card. That is, what do they call it?
Ooh. Let's see this again.
There's a chance that as well.
Turn.
Just too much on it.
He beat him to the ball. That is reckless. That's a reckless challenge.
Red card.
Here we go. Alright.
Well, that's about it.
Yeah.
94 minutes and 30 seconds. Surely that's the end of the game.
Yeah.
It is the end of the game. Tottenham have won it by 3-2. Fuad, you didn't get it right. It went 3-1. But you got the result right. Steve Bruce looks a bit downcast on his 1,000th game. And it was a great start. But Fuad,
Bye bye, Brucey.
is this the first game you won here?
No, it's back to back. Listen, I'm just glad we won, in all honesty. 3-point collectors. I said we needed to get some consistency after the international break. We broke the losing streak. Back-to-back wins, especially after the way this game started as well. The way the place was rocking. All I was hearing was atmosphere. Wrong time to play them. I said, hold on. The winless relegation team. Reality has been restored. So I'm very happy. All the players I wanted to turn up today as well. Kane and Dom, Son, all played their part, all got goals as well. Big performance, man. But I will say thank you to the Newcastle boys as well, because I feel like they partly helped us with this performance. Definitely. I think the way Steve Bruce set up the team, John Joe Shelby getting sent off, like, they were awful. So they kind of made it easier for us as well, to be honest.
And all the talk about money, Matt, you know, at the start and all week and stuff like that, it is like Fuad says, a bit like coming down to earth with a bump, innit? Not a complete bump, because you know the money's still coming in, and obviously the money that's coming in can't do nothing immediately. But we saw there today the reason why Newcastle are where they are, which is second from bottom. And forget about money right now. You've got to stay in this league. And
Well-
if you can continue playing like that, I mean, 2 of the goals today were gifted. Continue playing like that, you may be in the championship with money.
I mean, we're saying we're the richest club in the world, but we can't do anything about it yet, can we? We can't do anything about it. We can't get the signings in yet until January. It's like having a rich parent. You can't get your inheritance yet. We haven't turned 21 yet. Do you know what I mean? We can't get the money yet. Do you know what I mean? We're waiting for that money. I'm driving around in my Corsa. My dad was a Ferrari waiting for you when you turn 21, and I'm sitting here like, fuck me, I can't wait till my 21st birthday, because that team is utter rubbish. We've seen why we are where we are. That defending the day, that is not Premier League standard defending. The amount of space and time, we can see why we all want Bruce out, regardless of the takeover. We all want Bruce out because he's clearly not good enough. He clearly doesn't know what he's doing. It was shambolic, that performance today. We've been beaten 3-2 in the end, comfortably, let's be honest. But we made it so easy for them. We made it so easy for them.
Showing the table now, -9 goal difference, and also second from bottom. No wins yet this season.
I'm not worried. We will not go down because we finished 12th last year with Steve Bruce in that squad. So when we get a decent manager in and we sign 5-6 players in January, we'll be fine.
Yeah, but if you keep going like this, by the time January comes,
Well, this is why we need Bruce out.
really in a dogfight. You know what I mean?
We have got a tough run of fixtures coming up as well, but this is
Who
why
have
we
you got
need
next week?
Palace away,
And after that,
Chelsea at home, Brighton away after that. So, but you get a new
That's a-
manager and you get
that's
that
a
new you get that new manager bounce, don't you? If we get a decent manager in, it changes everything.
so you sack Bruce now?
Right now. I hope by the time
Tonight.
I hope we finish this watch along and he's gone. He needs to go. He should have been gone before today. Caretaker rules. Telling you, anything, anyone but Bruce. Get rid of the Ashley era, start fresh, get someone in who knows what they're doing.
And I think that's the key thing as well. It's for now till January. I think this will be a real eye opener for the new owners who've taken over as to how deep this mesh really is. But I think what you said there is spot on. I think once January comes in, I'm expecting significant signings they've made, even if the departures don't happen. You said you got 190, was it, to spend? So pretty much I'm expecting players to be signed, whether they're the top of the top, but ones that will make a difference regardless. And
Yeah, but then you still got to, even if you bring in players in January, we know that's difficult to bring in players in January. No matter how much money you
Hardest
got, right?
window.
Right? If you're cut adrift kind of thing in January, it's still going to be a massive dogfight. Imagine the pressure. You know what I mean? If you're kind of cut a bit adrift and the massive pressure on that manager who comes in just to save them from going down. Because that would be a catastrophe. And it'd be embarrassing, isn't it? The fact that, you got all this money, but you're in the championship.
yeah,
I
I do think there are a couple of other teams still struggling as well. Though. Like Leeds this season have really gone under the
Leeds,
radar. They're struggling. Burnley,
Yeah.
I think this could finally be the season where they finally.
I
go
think
down
so as well.
Watford, aside from the debut win against Villa, have just looked shocking.
But you've
So
got
it's
managers
Norwich
when you
as
talk.
well.
You talk about Burnley, but they've got a manager that knows
That-
how
yeah.
to get them out of that
But the
situation.
thing is, I feel like he's almost been milking that same orange for about 5 years, and it's like at some point it's going to turn into you've got nothing else to get out of this. And I feel like Burnley, they're in that little bit of situation. Maxwell Cornet they signed as their big marquee signing. Is he really what they need to get them out of relegation? I don't know, but I still think there are teams that are worse than Newcastle, and I think if they do get a decent coaching, couple signings, even if the gap looks crazy, we've seen greater escapes.
No, when I watched that today, I think Newcastle up front, up top, decent team.
They can work.
Newcastle midfield, defence. I'm looking at that, I'm like, is that it? That's shocking. You are where you are because of that. I'm like, it was poor today. You're 1-0 up, you're flying, the crowd's behind you and that, and some of the errors and mistakes and players switching off, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, I think they need like you said last year, when it's a couple of years, 2 seasons back now, when you had Rafa in charge, same sort of players.
Same players.
But he had, he knew how to work those players, and I think they need to change the manager, and they need to change the manager soon, like you said.
Otherwise,
it could be pain before the
before the game.
Pain before the game.
It's going to be a massive game. But,
Yeah, hope so.
Oh, well, Matty, commiserations, mate.
Yeah.
But I don't, listen, good times are coming, mate.
Exactly,
Good
mate.
times are coming.
We've been through enough turmoil and misery and relegation battles under Ashley for the past 14 years, so hopefully times are on the up and times change, but we're going to have to wait till the transfer window for that to happen, I'm afraid.
All right. Well, listen, guys, thank you very much for tuning in today. It's been a really good stream. Great to have you on, Matty.
Pleasure, mate.
Great to have you on, man. It's been a pleasure to have you here. And also great to have you as well, Fuad, as usual, man. Great to have you on. You ain't got to change your name of stoppage time.
If only.
But I'll tell them where they can find you again.
Stoppage Time TV, 360 TV on YouTube, Fuad Kadani on YouTube as well. Catch THFC show, Spurs Eye View, talk all things Tottenham. Yeah.
Chatting that rubbish. I'm only joking. Only joking. Congratulations to you. Big win for you guys today. Up to 5th in the table. Tottenham a couple of weeks ago, everyone was on them, including me, but up to 5th in the table. So you've got to give them that. And Matty, commiserations, mate, on your debut on the channel. But listen, thank you very much for coming today. Better times coming. Tell everybody where they can find you. They want that authentic talk about Newcastle from the people that have been there, long suffering.
Before the money.
Before the money.
Yeah, you know what?
Before the money.
Remember this, remember
Yeah.
he was here before the money. There is evidence to prove it. Right, so that in years to come, people don't turn around to him and say, where shit?
What you doing putting on the Geordie accent? You're not even from Newcastle. But we've been here.
Steady on. Right, where can they find you, Matty?
The Magpie Channel TV on YouTube, the Magpie Channel on Instagram, Twitter, all of that. Please follow it, check it out. It's going to be a journey. It's going to be an interesting one. There's only one way from here, baby. And it's not the championship. It's up, right? It's up. We're going to be there. This is coming to Newcastle, trust.
What, the championship trophy? We ain't got
Premier
one.
League, mate.
Thanks for watching. Hey, don't forget, we've got a couple of games on during the week. We've got the Champions League game, the Man United game. Man United versus Atalanta. That's going to be interesting. And we've also got Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid, right? So we're going to be doing our match day lives to those, so make sure you check those out. And coming up at the weekend, we've got a brand new show starting. It's the Saturday football show, and you've got to check it out. It's going to be brilliant. This week, Saturday, after the first watch along, it runs from about 2:30 till about 5, just after 5 o'clock. And don't worry about Soccer Saturday and all those things. You get it here with the real authentic fans. All right, so make sure you check it out this week, Saturday, debuting here on the Don Robbie channel. It's going to be brilliant, so make sure you check it out. Thanks for watching and have yourself a good rest of the weekend.